Okay, so our adventure begins on a road heading north called the New Road. New Road snakes its way through hillocks and ravines and luscious forests. The place is well, I'd say in the late autumn as you head towards Oakhurst, and as it appears on the horizon, a haphazard mess of houses surrounded by a low stone wall with three old gatehouses, one in the east, one in the west, one in the south. You follow the well-used and beaten road down through this snaking countryside with farmsteads and horse pens and stables all on your left and right. You pass villagers going to and fro. They all bow, wave, give good mornings to you all as you walk past. You've had a long journey from all of your respective homelands, and as you approach Oakhurst, you see there are two guards at the gate, lazy as well, because you can see one of them's asleep and the other's got lidded eyes. You're approaching in mid-afternoon, so the sun is high in the sky, but there are a bunch of dark clouds are casting a shadow across the land. And as you approach, one of the guards steps forward, looks you up and down, just waves you on in. Doesn't even try to check. He eyes your weapons, your armor, but he doesn't seem to want to bother you. There's only two of them, and you all look well enough. Doesn't look like you're going to cause any trouble, especially with Lord Aaron Spire here, looking as regal as he normally does.
You're most welcome.
Go on in, just don't be drawing those weapons now, alright?
Yes, alright. Let's go.
He ushers
That
you
is fine, comrade.
he ushers you all in, and behind you, a farmer and his wife are bringing in an ox and car, and it rattles behind you. And as you approach into Oakhurst, you notice that the town's not especially busy, but you can see the population going to and fro, doing their daily business. And as you approach the main south road, towards the middle of the actual town itself, you see that the market is in effect, and everyone's calling out their wares. And you can see people going to and fro. It's more busy towards the centre of the town. But as you guys know, I've put a handout up on the top right. So as a group, you can decide what you want to do. You know you were meant to meet with the mayor, Vernon, before you did anything. But before you meet the mayor, you are more than welcome to do anything you please.
Alright.
Do you have this as a map?
It's up
Main
on,
screen map?
I do not. Only a handout.
Okay.
Oakhurst map. Do we need to do anything in particular? Or
All you knew is you meant to meet the mayor, Vernon Leng, to get the details of the Citadel, but that was it. Other than that, you heard that there were a ruling noble family here by the name of Hakrul, and that they owned the monopoly on like general goods, food, stuffs, herbs, all kinds of general day-to-day stuff, like a general store. You know that Lady Hakrul would normally be found there, and that she knew something about Lord Bradford, Sir Bradford, and that was it.
Alright.
You have also the inside Oakhurst. You have the Old Boar Inn, which is a resting stop and a place to recuperate. You also have a massive shrine that dominates the height in Oakhurst. It's a huge standing stone, old and weathered and pitted by weather. It's got a slight greenish tinge to it, but from where you are at the market square, you can see the sign of Pelor hanging from its uppermost arc.
Well,
any other reason not to just straight to the mayor?
Well, we've had a long journey here. Maybe we should find a place of rest.
yes, let's go get some rooms, and I want to go and see if there's anyone around here that knows his way around an anvil and a hammer.
Sounds reasonable.
So I'm assuming Mern would definitely visit the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say that Mern is heading towards the blacksmith. What about Lord Ehrenspire? Did you say you were heading towards the inn?
Yes, I'll secure some rooms.
Okie dokie. What about Pete? What would Pete be doing?
Pete will be following the Lord.
Obviously, yes. And what about our Laden?
I, for one, have heard there's a particularly rare type of frog in the local pond, and if you turn around 3 times, it croaks thrice. I disappear.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I apologise. My character's going to pee a lot of people off, I think.
when do your characters not pee people off? To be honest,
That is very true.
Okay, so we'll definitely start in order. We'll go from Lord Erinspire. So Erinspire, Dolath, you head towards the Old Boar Inn, and as you open its classic batwing doors and they clatter behind you, to your right and left you have about three round rough tables hewn from the local pine, and there are 3 or 4 patrons in total, and to your left you see there's a long horseshoe-shaped bar, and behind it you find... One moment. You find a male human cleaning down the actual table itself. It's obviously got last night's dirt and shit on it, and he looks over towards you as he passes a ton of pewters to his female waitress and goes, "You're new." And he walks
I
around.
am.
He cleans his hands in the nearby basin and goes, brushes them down, his apron, and goes to shake your hand.
I'll cautiously shake it.
Yeah, you can see he's got like grease and last night's vomit all down his apron. He goes, "Oh, the name's Garen. Garen, I'm the one who rules the roost here." And he points like to the tall kind of rafters above him.
I am Doleth Erinspire of Larithia.
His eyes go wide slightly and he goes, "I've heard of that name. Nah, it's not coming to me. Well," he points around. "This is my establishment. What can I get you?"
Rooms for 4.
Rooms. Oh, for 4. He walks back behind the bar, scratches the back of his nape and goes, "I've only got 2 bedrooms. A
I
double
suggest
bed
you find more.
and 2 singles in one."
We're here on order of the mayor. I suggest you find more rooms for us.
He grumbles, opens up his small book. He's got a tiny little ledger book, and you have a feeling that he doesn't much use it, because as you peer over, the handwriting is very, very bad, and you can hardly understand what he's writing down. And he goes, looks you up and down. "I can't throw out the patron. Sorry. 3
Patron?
3 bedrooms.
Patreons? What is this strange thing?
He doesn't really want to say, and he goes, "The 4th bedroom's taken."
It is fine. We shall share 2 rooms.
Yes, we'll take the 3.
Okay. Well, it's difficult because someone 3 weeks ago came here and paid for that room for 4 months, cash up front, and I really don't want to let him down just in case he comes back. That's all.
Why, what was his name?
What's his name? Oh, he was fancy. He had a sword that he seemed to want to throw around a bit. Liked to get a little bit too drunk. Oh, his name was Sir Bradford. Sir Bradford. I remember because we were calling him Sir Brawford. Yeah.
Well, I can solve your issue there. I'm here to find him, so if we're successful, we'll no longer require his room.
Well, I didn't know he was missing, but okay. I mean, if you're friends, I can see there's no problem that you could just use his room. He did take the master bedroom.
Yes, I don't see that being an issue.
He nods, goes, "Fair enough. Do you need any of the others?" It's a silver
Bedroom.
piece a night.
Charge it to the mayor.
Of course, sir. And he just kind of lowers his head slightly. Yes, of course, sir. And you see him looking off towards the female waitress, and his eyes just go, "What the hell just happened?" He's never been spoke to like that, obviously. Okay, so we'll go over to Mern, and Mern, you head over to the blacksmiths, and outside of the blacksmiths, there's a huge anvil with the stamp of Yawning on the front. And behind it is a topless, hairy-chested dwarf with fuzzy red hair and a large plaited beard. As you turn round, he sees you, and you see he's got a tattoo across his face. It's kind of a tribal pattern that spreads to his nose and then halts suddenly as if it wasn't finished. And he turns towards you, and by the way, just so you know, I can't do Scottish, so my dwarfs are normally Irish.
Scottish.
Yeah.
I do a poor impression of Scottish. So
Yeah, that's fair enough. He goes, "You're all right there." Walks over, and he drops a blade straight into a bucket of water. It sizzles, and he's brushing his hands together, and he goes, It's nice to see a fellow dwarf."
Tis. Like walk up and shake his hand.
Yeah, he gives you the warrior's handshake, you know, the
Yeah,
yeah. And he stands back, folds his arms against his muscular chest, and he goes, "What can I do for you?"
well, you see, I've been looking for some materials to, well, you know, I need some practice with something a little bit more intricate, a little bit more difficult to make. You see.
He leans forward. You can see he's inspecting the joints in your armor. He's looking at your weapons, and he gets really close. And he goes, "Oh, it's nice craftsmanship. I can tell they were made by dwarfs. I can tell they were made by dwarfs for sure." Well, I tell you what, I've got a spare anvil in the backyard. You're more than welcome to use that.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to make use of that.
Puts his hand on his anvil and he goes, "See, this one here is my baby. This is my baby," and he pats it, and you can see it's got a lot of use out the top. It's all dented.
Yeah.
The base of it is shiny, but the top is all kind of rough. And he goes, "Oh, well, I used to make fine weapons back at Helfin, but these days I'm a horseshoer and a bit of a blade maker. That's all when the guards need some. So,
Aye, it's a tough life.
'tis a very tough life. But the horseshoeing makes it an easy life, I tell you that. Pop out 12 horseshoes a day, get my fair share of silver, and I'm on my way." And he pours you, he's already pouring you a pewter tankard of ale as he passes it straight into your chest. Poof!
Yeah, and I'll toast and have a
Okay,
drink.
I nearly forgot. My name is Rurik.
And could you just type that out for me? Is that the mysterious note in my folder? Is that for me to use, by the way?
Yeah, that's for you to use, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, his name is Rurik. And by the looks of it, you've taken about 5 minutes to walk around the town and survey its streets. He seems to be the only blacksmith, so he's definitely got a monopoly on this.
Yeah. And guess I'll look him over and say, "Oh, not to worry about the easy life. I won't be any challenge to you there. I'm just looking for some, well, perhaps some exotic materials. There's been some mention that there might be something interesting here. Do you happen to know anything about that?"
Oh, there was a paladin here 3 weeks ago, and he was asking about some dark steel that you'd find in nearby ravine. And I tell you what, I'm pretty sure there's dark steel down there, but there's a reason why it's called dark steel, because it's always in the arse end of nowhere, where it's fucking dark. And I'm not gonna risk my skin. I'm not gonna risk my stubby little legs for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I'll go see if I can get some then. I don't much do staying in one place these days.
Alright, that's fair enough. And he shows you round to the backyard, and it's a kind of denuded area. No grass grows here, and it's got the acrid smell of acids and lye in the air because the tannery is nearby. And as he opens the gate, he's got a ram in there that's obviously feeding off a patch of grass through the fence, and he points towards an old, small, looks to you like a gnomish anvil in the far corner. He drags it out. It still weighs about 80 pounds. Plumps it down, and he goes, "There you go."
Right. Right. Well, thank you very much for that. I'll make sure to come by when I need it.
Excellent. He nods and he goes, Can always do with your company.
Very well.
Mm.
And as I'm like finishing the drink, I go and have a look around to see if there's any stuff that he's made, and just see if it's actually decent quality or whether he's just let himself go completely.
Yeah, he's not let himself go, but as you walk into a shop, above the counter where he would stand is a fine longsword, and you can see the steel is blue, and as you walk towards it, it seems to change colour, as if it ripples through green, reds, all different kinds of colours. And it seems it's got some language at the bottom in Nordrician, and you worship Brocker, don't you? So you'd know the runes. Yeah, it's basically his name. It says Rurik underneath, so obviously he's carved it in himself.
Nice.
And you get the sense that it might be magical.
Yes, I do get that sense.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to Pete, if that's all right. You there, Pete?
Yep.
Is your webcam's frozen? But
All right. Let me refresh.
No, that's fine for me.
I think Roll20
Just
does
roll
it.
Roll20, just yeah.
Yeah, it does it randomly.
The bandwidth set to high for Roll20 or not for the video?
I've got it set to. Oh.
Because that's a GM setting that only you
I've
can
got it set
see
to
or change.
medium. Shall I
Oh
set
yeah, that's fine then. No, that's fine. It's just that it lags if you put it on high for people a lot.
Yeah, I've got it on medium. Okay, so Pete, you said you were with Lord Ehrenspire, yeah?
I was.
Okay, so in the tavern, you look around you. Is there anything you wanted to do? Because obviously, Ehrenspire's had his turn at doing stuff. So let's ask him what you want to do.
Bodyguarding for the most part. He's probably interested to go and see what the mayor does, but obviously we need to get the formalities of booking rooms and shit out of the way first. So
Okay, so
just bodyguarding, keeping an eye out.
Okie dokie, so that's basically what you're doing. So guess nothing exciting,
Unexciting.
but needed. We'll move on to Our Laden. You headed towards the pond.
Yep, I will go and I will submerge myself knee deep in the nearest pond I can find, turn thrice and shout, "Croak!"
Okay, as you do, the people sitting on the nearby benches stare at you. One little kid begins crying as his parents usher him away and go, "Quick, that's just a crazy man," and they begin pushing the kid away. And the old couple that were enjoying their lunch step up, pack their food into a wicker basket, and that you are now left alone as they all rush away from the weirdo submerged in the
As
pond.
they're rushing away, I scramble out, water going everywhere, chase after them, shaking a fist. You have no idea how lucky you are!
Okay, so Todd, as you are chasing these people, two men approach you dressed in studded leather. They have classic caps on, buttoned up under their chin. One of them has a halberd and the other has a crossbow. One falls to his knee, aims the crossbow at you, and goes, "Ho there! What do you think you're doing?"
Oh, you mighty fine gentleman must be the local guard.
Yes! We're the local guard, and you are obviously not the local crazy. That position is already taken. And he points the crossbow and he's like, "Get up! Come with us!"
But we won't be able to hear the croaks.
The fuck are you talking about? And they both move towards you. You have the feeling that you wouldn't be able to take these guards on as they stride towards you, and one of them's got manacles in his hand.
Shit, I stand firm. Fuck.
What are you
sorry,
gonna
language.
do? That's alright. What are you going to do?
Not another step.
Yeah? And one moves around to flank you, the one with the halberd.
Yeah.
I merely wish to pass.
"Oh, you seem quite normal now," says the one with the crossbow. The one with the halberd goes, "Yeah, Dareth, he seems a bit normal now. What the fuck's wrong with this fucker?" The other one goes, "Alright, language." Goes, "We're still gods."
Hang on one moment, Leah. My apologies. I'm going to make a swift roll. I merely wish to pass.
Okay. Is this intimidation, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, the one with the crossbow backs off. He says, "Something seem off, Dareth." The guy with the halberd steps back and goes, "Yeah. He ain't going to be one of those witches, is he?" And the one from he goes, "We're not meant to mention that." And they both step away from you, back, And they just wander off and he goes, don't let me fucking catch you around here again, especially acting crazy.
Good day, gentlemen. And if you have perchance an hour, I'd spend some time with the local toads. Not enough people around here socialize.
Yeah, says the one on the crossbow as he joins the road and disappears among the the traffic there. Okay, our leader, I did not expect that. So, I will say that as a group, you've managed to do your own stuff, and would you meet at the inn, or would you go to the mayor's estate?
Well, having heard that the Lorraine Spire was going to be going to the inn to get us rooms, once I finish my business with Rurik, I'll head over to the inn.
Okay, so as you as the evening comes along, I'd say that you would all be in the inn meeting up again, sitting around a modestly large round table. With the rooms purchased, you guys would have got fee, like, you know, the dinner paid for it, and you would have got a bottle of wine and some ale. So as you sit around, Garen, the tavern keep, walks up and he goes, Aaron Spire, I thought I'd heard that name before.
Go on.
You one of those elves, ain't you? The ones from south.
I am.
Yeah.
Thought
Well,
the ears normally give it away.
yeah, but we get elves around here, but we don't get your type.
What do you mean, my type?
The lordly type, sir.
What do you mean, you people?
Very well.
You fucking racist.
You're obviously here for something. We don't get people like you just coming in willy-nilly. And in Bindland, with the government falling apart, people don't tend to fucking come here, okay? So I know you're here for a purpose. And when a group like you comes here, I know for a fact that you're probably here to go to the Sunless Citadel. That shit heap that's sunk into the ravine.
That's entirely possible. It
Well-
depends where your lord has gone.
Our lord, he kind of looks at you weirdly and goes, this place ain't had a lord for years, but we've got a bastard lord if that's what you meant. And
You
yeah,
trying to insinuate?
well, Sir Bradford was not the first. It's just the last line of bastards from the Bradford family.
Who runs this place then?
Well, the mayor at the moment, we democratically elected him in. But,
Democrats.
he goes, we did get the Hakrul family, but she's just got a monopoly on all of the goods. She gets her say at the council.
Where is this Sunless Citadel you speak of?
To the west, about 8 or 10 miles, I reckon. No one goes there anymore. We only ever see anything come from there is goblins. Fucking stinking green piles of shit they are. But they got their use.
How so?
Well, he looks at you all and goes, you ain't heard the rumours? Once a year, we buy a golden apple from them. A golden apple that cures any ailment, restores any health, restores youth and vigour. The mayor seems to buy it, we cut it up, and we treat the injured with it. But we only get it once every spring. You guys realise you're in the autumn, so you're probably too late to see this golden apple. He goes, thing is, the mayor's tried planting them, but after they sprout, and mind me saying this, but they get up and fucking run away, or they're stolen.
How do goblins come into such a treasure?
And why have you not taken from goblins?
Well, there are a lot of them. We don't get people like you around here. Well, we did. He then goes on to explain that Sir Bradford took the Hakrul twins with him. And you guys remember the noble Hakrul that they mentioned. He goes, yeah, Talgun and Sharwin. Fine twins they are. They were always prevalent in the meetings in the council. Always face front when it comes to defending Oakhurst, but they went straight into Sunless Citadel and in 3 weeks. I don't think they're coming back. Tell you what, their mother must be worried sick.
You cannot give up hope yet. They could still be alive.
You think?
It's a possibility.
I reckon the goblins have had their legs for breakfast.
I certainly hope not.
Oh, me too, me too. They were fine, fine people.
I seem to get a lot of respect from you.
Yes, because Taugen helped me set up my establishment here. He loaned me 200 gold pieces when no one else would. Now look at me.
Seems reasonable.
Yes.
He seems like a good man.
Yeah, he's a fine gentleman. Sir Bradford likes a drink, but he's always got the good intentions in his heart. Because they had a weird one with him as well, you see. He had a bow, always kept his hood up. Didn't really get to know him, but they called him Caracas.
Not a name I've come across.
Nah, not a name I've come across either. No one really knew who he was.
Oh, we thank you for your information.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so you guys
Kindly.
spend the evening here, doing your thing, playing games or drinking and things like that.
I think we should, before we settle in for the night, I think we should alert Mayor to our presence in the town, in case he takes offense.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree.
Yes. Will you join
I would be inclined to disagree.
Shut up, Al yielded.
Lord Darren's, do I really have to keep calling you Bloody Lord all the time?
Well, that was the correct way to refer to him.
You may call me Dola.
He may hear you.
So, Dolath, what was all that? What was all that about? I wasn't really paying attention, you see.
You refer to the Citadel?
Aye.
Well, seems the man I'm after left there some 3 weeks ago. Apparently, overrun by goblins. Shouldn't be too much to handle.
Right, I see. And why have they not killed them?
Why have they not killed them? I assume they
Aye.
don't have the resources.
And they bring them an apple every spring that seems to cure ailments.
Oh, yeah, I mean, player-wise, I heard. Just my character
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
paying attention.
That's fair enough.
God, stop doing a roleplay.
Yeah, get out of our fun, Liam.
If I didn't understand something as a player, I'll just ask as a player, don't worry.
Oh, fair enough.
Right, well, what exactly does the mayor have to do with this? He requested you come here and have us have a look at this, right?
Yes.
Alright, well, let's go and see him then.
Yes, I and Pete had intended to do such a thing.
Very well. I'll just, like, pick up my picture and carry it out the door towards the mayor.
Yeah, so we'll make our way to the mayor's place.
Okay, so Pete and our Leyden, are you going as well?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm skipping, in fact.
Oh, excellent. So such a happy sorcerer. As you skip along, night is arriving, and the sunset is a cherry red, the colour of blood. And as you approach Vernon Lang's estate, he is outside. Vernon Lang is tall, skinny as a rake. He's got a fancy goatee that you can see he obviously goes to the barber every day to get shaped. It's that kind of, we're talking Hunger Games, kind of ridiculous barber shaped with swirls. And as you approach, he turns and he's got a widow peak that's sharp as a spearhead. And he looks at you and goes, "Finally." And around him, he's got an awning set up out the front of his estate with what looks like a bunch of council members, and they're playing cards and they're drinking. He leaves their table, and you can see there are a few people behind him all dressed in the finery of the nobles here. And he folds his arms and goes, "Lord Erinspire, I assume?"
Indeed.
"It is a mighty pleasure to meet you." And he reaches forward to shake your hand.
Shake it.
Yes, he bows his head and looks towards Pete, and he goes, "I'm assuming this is your bodyguard, Peter."
Well, I wouldn't say bodyguard, but yes, this is Pete.
"I have heard of you." And he reaches forward and goes to shake your hand as well.
Charmed. And shake his hands.
Okay, he looks towards our Leyden and goes, sees the giant smile on his face and goes, "Someone's happy."
Sorcerers.
Fair enough.
Never quite right in the head. The
You look
arcane taps him.
so polished.
Polished? Oh, thank you, sir. And as he shakes your hand, he kisses it instead. Puts it back.
What a kind maiden.
And what do we have here? And he turns and looks down at Mern, and he goes, "A fine dwarf." Of course.
Yes, this is Mern Deepmantle.
Eve Mantle. Strong name for a strong-looking dwarf.
Aye, good to meet you, sir.
Hmm. Come on in. We'll get out of the evening air because it's getting cold. And he basically ushers you into his estate. And as you head into the antechamber, it's a large mansion, and it's got the classic stairs that head up the side and curve towards a balustrade. But you head under it into the main room, an office. He opens 2 double doors, and an elf to the right, suddenly, who seems to be stealing some brandy, he goes, "Ugh!" It clatters with the silver tray and the glass, turns to his master, bows, and he goes, and he looks and goes, he goes, "Boric, I knew what you do not worry." Sits behind his desk and goes, "But get my friends some brandy, of course." And he walks over and begins filling up a thimble each for you. And Vernon Lane leans back into his high back chair. So you finally arrived. Well, what can I say?
Somewhat of a long journey, but we're here nonetheless.
I'm assuming you have eaten? Shall I call the maids?
Yes, we could eat.
Excellent.
Sasiba.
And before long, you've got a platter of fruit, cold meats, a classic supper meal of this town. So pears, apples. You've also, funnily enough, got an orange. He's imported them from the west. And as you sit down for a nice tasty meal of fruits and cold meats, he says, "So yeah, the situation. We've got missing nobles with Sir Bradford. We got the Huckrul twins as well."
Yes, I heard about them.
Yes.
Quite popular fellows.
They were popular, and they helped cement my rule here. When the government of Bineland all but broke down, it took a while to get this town back into order, give it some semblance of a council. And back then, I was just, well, nobody. A farmer.
Yes, I heard you was elected by the people.
I was elected by the people, yes. I was liked. I've never done anything really wrong. I've always attended Law's shrine on a Saturday and just done my own villagely duties, so to speak. And he laughs as he cuts through an apple, eats it off of the knife.
It is strange to see democracy.
Well, when the king died, what else was there to do? All of his jarls just went to fight and died with him, basically. And
Typically, in this case, wealthy merchants take over.
we don't have many merchants, and the only merchants guild we do have is owned by one of the nobles anyway. So, and she was well, her husband went to war and died, and she's not really into ruling, let's put it that way.
What a shock. Democracy, only option left.
Well,
Always weakest.
what would you suggest?
Oligarchy.
Oligarchy. Yes.
Any of these types.
He shrugs and goes, "Well, when I'm voted out,
People
I'm
do not
voted
know
out."
what's best for them.
He laughs. "Oh, I know."
If you need a hand with lessons in rulership, you can always turn to the Aaronspire family.
The
If
people
you
of...
need a hand in tannery, you can always speak to me.
Oh. Oh, okay. And he kind of nods like he's nodding to an infant. Yes, of course.
That's fine. Don't worry.
So, to business. So, Sunless... Oh, yeah.
The camera jump made that so much better.
I know it did, didn't it? The Citadel, you see, has bothered our townsfolk for a long time, but we've allowed the goblins to live there because they don't really attack us unless we're on the old road. And they bring us the fruit every spring. Occasionally they try to sell us a different apple in the winter. We don't accept that. It's white, and it's definitely poisonous. So
How do you know poison?
you can tell. If you see it, you'd know.
I'd like to see this for myself.
Well, winter's coming. I didn't mean to use that.
Winter is coming.
I didn't mean to. It
What?
just came out. Winter is coming. You'll surely see the white apple.
How long is this still? Winter apple.
Well, we should expect it anywhere between a week or 6 weeks from now. The goblins
Not long
come.
at all.
No, not long at all. So, what we really need of you is to, well, truly bring the Hukruel twins back and get rid of the goblin menace once and for all. We would, if you find, and I wouldn't say this to their mother, but if you find the Hukruel twins dead, and it may have happened, I'm not saying it hasn't, they always will signet rings to prove them as the daughter and son.
Familiar with the principle.
Yes, if you could bring them back, the Hukruel matriarch has offered 150 gold pieces for each ring you bring back. If you bring them back alive, however, double the reward, apparently. So there's that, but Sir Bradford is another problem. Completely entwined in the local noble families, that man. He's got children here, there, and every fucking where. And we'd like him back, too. Now, there's no official reward on bringing Sir Bradford back, but if you do, I will reward you personally, that's for sure. The man, well, he's a bit zealous, and he would always protect the village, and he's got strength in that rage, and that righteous rage of his. And plus, he's an old friend.
Very well.
For a job so big, we need upfront payments to acquire supplies. You could only imagine what happens to this poor town if this mission is unsuccessful. So if we go in unprepared, the worst could happen.
Can you make a persuasion roll, please?
That was definitely intimidation.
Yeah, okay. I'll go for intimidation if you want to go for intimidation.
Yes, I do.
Oh! Nicely done. Well
Holy
played.
shit.
So, Pete, you lean forward. Your hands on the table. Say what you said. He leans back in his high back chair and goes, "Oh, yes, I wouldn't dupe you out of necessary preparations." And he wipes the sweat from his brow and he goes, "Is it hot in here?" Okay, so yeah, and he reaches into his drawer, opens it, begins. You can hear the chink of metal as he's counting stuff, and he places. It's a small purse, but a purse nonetheless, in front of you. And he goes, "Also, visit Corky, and she'll sort you out some healing potions." And he begins writing a list out, and for your natural 20, he hands you the writ and straight to Pete. And then,
Kindly.
yeah, when you open up the actual purse, it's got 25 gold pieces, and it's got 2 rubies in, worth about 25 each.
Son.
Thank you kindly, sir. This will help greatly into aiding your town.
Of course. Yeah. And he's laughing nervously now, biting his nails. So,
What can you tell us of Sunless Citadel?
he jumps as you speak, and he goes, "Oh, yes, back to Sunless Citadel." So, what can I tell you? Well, rumour has it that it was once a cult, or a retreat for an ancient dragon cult, because we all know the name around here, Ashardalon. It's in our history, it's told in our night tales to scare children. The great black dragon that sunk the fortress long ago when he was besieged with undead. But those facts are lost to history, so we're not quite sure. All that we know is that the Sunless Citadel is definitely where the goblins come from, with that apple. Oh, another fact that you should know, and I guess I don't know if you've heard, but we do always try to plant the apple. The seeds. Never works. The goblins always somehow get inside and sneak off with the tree when it's 2 months old. And trust me, it grows
Yes.
quick.
We had heard.
Yes, about them getting up and walking away. Seems preposterous. Surely around about the time of 2 months, you just set up watch.
Well, that's the thing, we do, and guards always never see what happens. It's a mystery. And he strikes the side of his temple as if like he's lying. Like you get a sense that he's like not thought of that, and he's trying to pass it off as if he has.
Mm-hmm.
Because in his head he's never thought I should place guards on a tree.
Something of such high value, you think? Never mind.
Whenever Pete speaks, he seems to just lock eyes with him and go into a cold sweat.
Uneasy,
Yeah.
Well, that's the town official in my pocket on the first episode. I think we're doing quite well for me.
I'll lean over to Pete and be like, could you like ask him about the reward for Sir Braffet as well, please?
What is this about a reward for Sir
Sir Bradford.
Sir Brafford?
Oh, well. For the reward of Sir Bradford, his friend, Corky, the one I told you about that'll give you the healing potions, well, she'd definitely like him back. Me too, he's an old friend, and I'd be willing to spare, some gold to make him, to return him.
Who is this person? Who is supplying the healing potions? Corky?
Corky, yeah. Corky is she is our local priest. She spends her time in the open air of the shrine, and you remember the shrine from the market stall. This big standing stone that you saw.
Would she be willing to provide gold for his safe return?
Well, I don't know. She's not the materialistic sort of priest, but I'm sure she could extend a generous hand, provide healing.
She is priest. Priests always have something we value.
If you say so.
As long as she's willing to separate. We shall talk with her before we go. Obviously, we need healing potions.
Yes, of course. So, may I get back to my card game?
That is fine.
Okay, thank you.
One more thing. We're led to believe 8 miles to the west. Correct?
Yes, slightly southwest, but mostly just west. You can follow the old road that heads out of the west of the gatehouse.
Just follow the old road. Very
The old
well.
road, yes.
You say Old Road is inhabited by goblins. Where do they tend to attack?
Well, the goblins don't tend to attack on the old road. Only during the times that they, are selling the apple. Because they only come out of the citadel during the winter and late spring. Though we have had recent attacks of people being attacked by creatures that have thorns, and the local guard, I'd say our captain, the local captain of the guard, she took out a group of men and they fought but weren't able to capture one. She might know more details, that's for sure.
What is her name?
Her name is Velocial.
Fucking D&D names, man. I struggle with names in real life, never mind D&D names. I was definitely going to pronounce that PH as well with that. So it's
Yeah.
right there up.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you. That is very kind. Very useful information.
As you guys are basically nearly being ushered out by him, he's like kind of, the elf is behind him, the elf mate servant, and he's going, and he doesn't want to push you because he's scared of Pete, but you can tell he's trying to get you to leave because he's basically pissed his britches. But he's like,
Are we finished, sire?
I believe that's concluded business for the day.
Okay. As you go to leave, in the main antechamber, there is a of mediocre height, female half elf. She's got what looks like chainmail with a long red cape. She's got a fur kind of scarf made out of like fox fur. That's what it looks like. She's got a huge greatsword on her back. And as you leave, the mayor Vernon goes, that's her right now. That's Velocial. And she turns, and she's got these piercing green eyes, a scar that runs across her forehead, across one eye, and you see she's lucky of not to have been blinded by that strike. And she's got the angular features of an elf, even though she's a half-elf, and you can tell. She stops, folds her arms across her chainmail, which has the surcoat of with Pelor's symbol on it, And she goes, "Ah, I heard there were more adventurers coming." And she walks over, looks you all over.
Roll for hotness.
One moment. She is hot as fuck.
And Mern walks up and just like extends a hand.
Yeah, she leans down and goes, "Ah, a dwarf. We need more dwarfs here." She shakes your hand.
Yeah, and so sort of like maybe she extended the hand and I do the again I
Warriors.
grab her arm and
Yeah,
just clap
there's
her
an
on the
awkward,
back, you know.
there's an awkward struggle, and then you finally grip. Yeah, we need more people of the like you, ready to fight. It's like Sir
I'll
Bradford.
stroll over.
Right, so you'll be coming out with us to go to the Citadel then, yeah?
So, Arladen, you were saying something. I apologise.
No, it's right. I just was going to go to introduce myself and say, hello, you're not normally out during the daytime, but I'm talking to the fox fur.
Yeah, she looks at you strangely as she looks down at the fox fur, looks at you. Yeah, well, I won't be coming to the Citadel. I've got the town to look after.
I don't like knock. I do. Maybe I'm gonna butch this. Aladen? Aladen?
Arladen, yeah.
Arladen.
Yeah, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Yeah, I might just knock him out of the way, just like Roger. That's perfectly reasonable, lady. Someone of your caliber should not be dealing anymore.
She listened for a second, hears your accent, and goes, "You from Torrent?"
I am indeed.
"My father was from Torrent." And she's locked eyes with you now, looks you up and down, sees that you're a budding warrior, and she goes, "We should drink."
We most definitely should. You
Yeah.
kind of took the words out of my mouth.
Let's go. And she grabs you by the arm and just leads you away.
Fucking in there already. Tramping hot chips.
Okie dokies. So as Pete's led off to continue being drink with this this half elf female, the rest of you, were you going to go to the shrine to collect those healing potions? Even though, but wait a minute, Pete's got the writ. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll go
Too
to
late
the,
now,
I'll
mate.
go
I'm
to
gonna
the
get
shrine
laid.
anyway.
Okay, you go to the shrine anyway.
Alright, if you insist, I thought we could go back to drinking now, but
Feel free to go with Pete if you would desire.
alright then. And I'll
I'm pretty
follow
fit
Pete.
as well, actually.
Okay, so you guys, we got Lord Erinspire, Mern, and Arladen. Are you heading towards the shrine presently?
I think Mern went with Pete.
Mern went with Pete.
Yeah.
Arladen?
I'll go with you, Mr. Lord.
Okay, so we'll deal with the shrine primarily. As you approach the shrine, you can see that there is a makeshift tent. It's made out of patchwork cloth, and it's got the symbol of Pelor stitched on both sides. It's kind of one of those triangle tents pitched up by just like... Yeah, you get what I mean. And as you approach, there's a gnome sat outside. She's probably middle-aged, and she's got a streak of grey hair across both sides of her sideburns. As you approach, she's got little tufts growing there. And as she looks up, she's got those massive green doughy-eyed look that gnomes have. And she goes, "Hello." Goes to stand up. She goes, you can see she's taken some sort of injury in the past. Maybe that cut her clerical career short. And she kind of waddles over, and you see it's on her right leg that she... And she goes, you're obviously here about the Citadel, aren't you?
We are indeed, yes.
He smiles and goes, it's really good to meet you.
And to you too.
She reaches a tiny little hand up and goes to shake your hands, and she goes, I'm Corky, Corky Knackle.
Good to meet you, Corky Knackle.
And she points towards the shrine. She goes, I'm the priest of the Pelor here.
Yes, I was led to believe so.
I run Saturday service.
I'm so pleased to meet you. I'm Arlene, and I've never quite met any one of the pocket people before.
Pocket people. She goes, oh, that's a cute name. And she turns to the side, and you can see her holding like rage. Lord Aaronspine notices it, that she's got some sort of budding rage in her, and she goes, yeah, pocket people.
Sorcerers.
Of the magical persuasion.
That's fine.
She goes, filthy. Yeah. So, what can I do for you? I can provide healing, and I can also provide clerical care if needs arise.
Well, I certainly hope they won't, but we like to be prepared.
Yes,
Vernon said you could provide us with a few healing potions for our journey.
Fuck, can't. Yeah, healing potions. I can definitely provide some healing potions for a price. For lots of money, for prices.
Do you have a
Excuse me?
tick?
Excuse me?
Yes, that's what I said.
Most people normally shit out of their backsides.
Filth! 25 gold pieces for a healing potion is normally my going rate, but seeing as you look like such nice people, I will definitely provide you for cheap. 15 gold pieces for each potion.
Vernon said,
Dear God, how do you do services?
would you shut up, Arlene?
He's gonna be like fucking punch drunk within 2 episodes, and just keep fucking backhanding him. Just.
I'm led to believe that Lord Brayford is your friend.
Oh, yes, he's my friend.
And if we're in order to return him, those healing potions would do a damn good job of seeing it done.
Can you roll persuasion with advantage? Oh, whoa!
Well, there you go.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. I'd like to see Sir Bradford return because I love him because he's my friend. She reaches into her tent and goes, now where the devil are they? Fucking potions! And she brings out a bag that seems like chink. As she drags it out, puts it down. She goes, okay, so here they are, and she passes you over a set of 4 potions in a little kind of wooden block with holes in to hold the vials. That's my selection of healing potions, and they've got kind of a greenish glowing tinge to them. And this is one that I got earlier. Fuck. This one, and she passes you a lesser restoration potion. I'm sure Vernon will remunerate me for this. Fuck Willie.
Yes, I'm sure he will. And that's most generous of you to offer them to us.
So generous. I'm so poor.
I guess with a condition like that.
So, is there anything else I can do for you? Please, just go.
No, I think that would conclude everything for us for now. Thank you.
Okay, well, it was...
Conclude. I would like to.
Just
Sorry, I think there's a delay. Carry on.
back to the tavern.
well, it was a pleasure to meet you. You've made me poor.
And to you, Gnome.
Yes, remember the name. Corky Knackle. Friendliest priest of Pelor. Fuck off already. Okay, as you walk away.
Pleasant.
I find that way too fucking funny. Right, proper
great.
fucking tickling me, man. Proper tickling me.
So as you head back to the tavern, we've got Mern and Pete. I think it looks like Pete's like trying to reach for something. It's quite funny. He's like, So Mern and Pete, as you walk through the Batwing doors, you can see the old bought inn is now bustling with guardsmen, just finishing their shift. You've got the local farmers that come in for a bit of a nightcap, and there is a spare table. And as you take it, what do what to do. Oh yeah, the half-elf veteran sits down. She's Felocior, and she just goes, Garen! The usual. And he goes, you want the Queen's Cup, don't you? And she goes, what else would I fucking want? And Garen brings along this huge chalice with 2 taps either side. They're like, proper, ugh. And he places it down, and it looks like it's seen better days. The chalice is old and rusted on the outside. And the alcohol that they put on the inside has kept it kind of a bit of a dirty cleanliness to it. And he walks over with a bottle of elvish wine on the side, a cask of ale on the left, and he begins... And you see it's only half full. He disappears, comes back with what looks like a fine brandy. And he looks at Felocior and she goes, keep fucking going, Garen. And he disappears, comes back with what looks like a square cask of well, you can't even understand the language. It's got like Nordrak patterns on it. And as he opens it, you get this sweet sense emanate from it. And you immediately recognise it as Eastern Mead, straight out of Nordrak. He looks at her and she goes, yeah, put it on my tab. And he goes, oh, okay. Pours about half of it in and she goes, that'll do. I don't want to die. And when you're done, he places down 4 tankards. 3, sorry. And you guys can... And as you hit the taps... And it's a kind of sickly brown colour. But she instantly downs it, pours herself another, and she goes, ah, this will put me to sleep.
Peter's so fucking hard right now.
Okay, so yeah, as you guys are talking, she's like, it's a shame.
He's sat in one of them poses where it's just like he can flex the entire top of his body at the same time. So he's like traps are flared, his biceps and his chest at the same time. Just like in a weird, awkward, like leaning position.
Yeah. She's staring at you across the table, and you can see she's getting her beer goggles anyway.
I'll just like kick Pete a little under the table. Like, all right then, you're all right there.
So Felocior then goes, so where did your friends go? I was hoping that we'd get a proper party going on here.
Think
All right
they
then,
go
I'm right
to-
here.
Well, this one is here, but the rest have gone to the priest. They'll be back shortly.
Man, they're gonna have fun.
So, if your father was a Torrentian,
Yeah.
where's your mother from?
Well, my mother's all the way from the clan hold. I'm descended from those filthy barbarians in the east. Yeah, I don't like that part of me, but...
I do. I'm sorry. I cannot throw myself as emo. I'm sorry.
What's your friend saying? And as she elbows the dwarf.
I think he's getting a wee little bit drunk.
Probably. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, Pete?
Fucking nail it.
Oh yeah, you're good. You can go for a couple more rounds, definitely. Even though this is probably 100% proof, you're good to go. And as you continue drinking, she's obviously getting half cut, and she gets out the cards and she begins says, "Do you play?"
I'll look at the dwarf like, fuck.
Alright, sure, lass. Let's play.
Excellent.
I know the rules.
So if you've got proficiency in a gaming set, you can use that, I believe. If not, it's a straight intelligence check.
Yeah, I have none whatsoever. I'm just bluffing. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Okay, fair enough.
Just keeping the party going.
Okey-dokey.
Fucking hell.
It's not for money, so it's just for fun. And she absolutely defeats both of you. She takes the chips straight from you, and she goes, "We're not playing in money, so guess what? We're playing in drinks. Go."
Alright.
Yeah, as you guys begin downing. She goes, "It's a
It's not like knocking like the dwarf, like, yeah, we just let her in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's noticing it.
Yeah.
She goes, so in the morning you're heading off to the Citadel, right?
To what?
To the Citadel. Oh, I'm drunk, sorry.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well,
Sounds like the plan.
how about this? I know I'm drunk now, but I'll remember it. I never get hangovers.
Threesome? What?
You bring me gobbling weapons and armor. Well, not their armor. I'm after weapons. And I heard that the Citadel's got all kinds of armaments inside. I once heard a rumour that there was a magical sword in its depths. It could produce flame from nowhere.
You see that suddenly Mern's like,
Yeah.
boop, sober.
He's also as hard as me now.
Yeah. She does the action and goes. Well, let's just say she goes to draw her blade and it gets stuck in the. She's drunk. She's like, yeah, whatever. Well, this one's a piece of shit, and I'd like to lop off some goblin heads with a finer blade. Bring it to me, and I'll make it worth your while. That's for sure.
It is strange how goblins have such fine weaponry.
I know, right?
Perhaps it was lost when the Citadel sank.
I don't reckon it's that. I heard a rumour, I've only been here for 7 years, but I heard a rumour about 10 years ago, no, not even that someone came by here interested in the Citadel, and he was of a magical persuasion, throwing around his arcane suggestions. At the time, he convinced the Jarl to join his side. Let him take supplies and disappear straight into its depths. He never came back.
Right, well, if I find it, I might have to have a wee look at it myself first.
Alright. You might keep it for yourself, that's what you're saying, Dwarf. But I wouldn't blame you. Wouldn't blame you whatsoever.
We would not do such a thing
Okay,
for a woman of your persuasion. I'm doing on with Tom's camera, by the way, because it's like I've definitely seen this camera angle on Chatterbait or something like that before. Chat roulette before.
I can't see anything from his. It's literally just died. I think Todd needs to reconnect every like
every 2 seconds.
Yeah. At least your voice is here. That's good. No
I
one
can
dis-
see Curtis and Arnie are absolutely fine. It's just you two that keep disappearing.
Yeah, but Roll20 does this occasionally, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
Okay, so she, as you guys are talking and celebrating, playing some more games, that's when Lord Ehrenspire and Our Lady walk in, probably about 20 minutes after you originally got here, and you guys have already drank about 3 or 4 of this evil concoction in the middle of the table, and you can see it's already half gone, and it was about a gallon in there, and as she turns to look, she goes, "Finally, your friends are here. The party can begin."
Pete, I thought the guards warned you about exposing your weapon. I just sit down next to him.
Okay.
It's just like bright red, and it's like trying to just adjust as it sat down.
Okay, I'm back, yeah. She goes, yeah, and she begins pouring you a drink. Our Lady and Ehrenspire, as you are sat at the table, you realise the chalice in front is filled with an evil-smelling concoction. You'd almost think it's poison.
What is this?
Ah, it's good. You should try some. Here, and I'll just like half shove something at him, probably spill some on him.
Let's
Yeah.
try and catch it mid-air.
It smells a cross between really strong brandy mixed with mead, as far as you can tell.
Well, no time like the present to try it.
It's got a definite interesting taste. I wouldn't say it tastes good, but it does the trick, as it burns and slides down your throat.
They're like Lord of the
It's
Rings
good,
owls.
good, isn't it?
I mean, no, he's not. He's not immune to alcohol, I don't think.
Yeah, like fucking just does a leg that's just like, I feel it in my finger.
I think I'm the only one that's actually got some resistance to alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a fucking tank when it comes to con, that's about it.
Yeah. And as the night progresses, is there anything anyone wants to actually try? So before we move into
Fucking get my dick wet.
Okie dokie, that was rather forward, but I tell you what, let me take a look at the character sheet and we'll come up with what you need to do.
Well, there's a cup in the middle of the table. Do you think?
Dip it in that.
Okay, yeah, just a straight charisma roll would do at the moment.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Midway through the night, is everyone going to continue drinking late into the night? Just so we.
Casually.
Yeah, I think I'm going to slow down at this point.
After the first drink, he probably changes over to a wine or something.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably at the same rate as whatever the commander is, but maybe try to slow down with her a bit too much. But I don't want to slow down too much to where she's still drinking a lot and I've slowed down, so that just there's a lot of rapey connotations towards that. So
yeah, I know, but
the same level of intoxicated.
she is absolutely fucked out of her face, and all of the soldiers are like, "Hey, Captain!" cheering her on as she finishes the rest of the chalice. Glug, 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 glug. You can tell she does it almost all the time, and everyone's slapping her back, and she's like punching them in the face, and they're all laughing. And you said they've got kind of a jovial friendship going on with her guards, despite being their senior. And as she leaves, with Pete mind, at the end of the night, Mern, Erenspire, and Our Lady notice that Pete and Felocial leave together, arm in arm, and she's throwing silver coins behind her, going, "Free tips for everyone!" And Pete, I need one more con save from you to see if you remember the night.
No, I need a con save to see how I fucking perform. That should be an athletics check.
Technically, this is the same thing. Oh, yes!
Like, fucking championing.
Yep. So,
That's at least triplet, Cyrus.
as the sun rises, Lord Erenspire, mild hangover, not so bad. Nothing that a glass of water and a breakfast can't cure. As you wake in the master bedroom, yawn. You remember Pete leaving, but you can't remember if he returned. He's definitely not in one of the side bedrooms as you look around. Mern, you wake up nice and comfortable in the bedroom that you had paid for. You notice that, being an intelligent dwarf, you've left a jug of spring water and well water beside your bed. You instantly climb out and go for it. Slight buzzing headache, nothing too bad. Oh, Leyden, did you partake?
I did.
And you wake up in the nearby bushes. Not.
And only your underwear.
Yes, you've derobed slightly, but the waitress is poking you with a stick and trying to wake you up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I have a sleep? Did we get horizontal last night?
I would say you got horizontal. I would say you got rather horizontal. You were prancing around on the tables pretending to be a rooster.
Oh, I don't know my own charm, do I?
No. Well, breakfast is ready,
Excellent.
and we'll rewind 6 hours. Pete, my friend, as you are stumbling side to side alongside Felocial, she takes you back to the jail.
I was fully expecting that scene to start. As you start in the middle of the night, balls deep. Like, alright, okay. Didn't realise it was one of them campaigns, mate.
We're not going to go erotic here, but she takes you back to the jail where the local drunk is basically imprisoned right in full view as both of you going at it on the table. We'll end it there so we don't have to go in explicit detail, but you both fall asleep in one of the jail cells together. And that's that. As you wake up, Pete, she's already getting dressed. She yawns, wraps her cloak around her. To your left, you see there's a wide-eyed local drunk with a big scruffy beard going, "Help me." "Why did you do it 5 times? I just wanted to sleep." Felocial kicks the bars and goes, "Shush you, no one will believe it." She walks to the nearby desk.
Pete just sticks his arm through the bars towards the other guy and just like does a fist, and he's like, "He's good, no?"
"No! Don't touch me with that fist!" "Don't do it!" She gets you up, you begin to dress, get back into your armour, and she doesn't say much, but she hands you a clay jug filled with water, and you have this buzzing hangover that's just not going, and you're like, oh. She seems to be weathering it really fine, and she goes, "Yeah, get out."
I hate you when you're
That is fine, lady.
"Yeah, leave."
I'm going.
She, as you do the walk of shame, she does not. you clasping your cape, your circuit, or whatever, walking down the main road. You see that Our Lady is being prodded up the arse by the maid, the waitress, as she's poking to wake him up. He
As I see Pete, I go, "Don't stay in that room. The beds are shit."
I just go over to Arladen and just throw him onto my shoulder and then walk him into dinner.
Yeah, you
Do,
sit
do not
down.
throw up on me. Be last thing you do.
Okay. And the group are finally together with a nice dinner of blood sausage, bacon, and morning. What the Garen calls is breakfast ale. It's basically a thick ale with oil in to give you some calories. Some good old cooking oil. And when you're finished, you go, yeah. I'd say Pete's the one with the biggest hangover, but the rest of you are weathering it fine. So, what's the plan? We have 4 healing potions, 2 a potion of lesser restoration. You have 75 gold pieces from the mayor. Is there anything you wanted to do before we leave, or do anything?
Here, I have some supplies, and I'll put that box down on the table.
Okie dokie. Oh, well, I fucked up and I accidentally hit the home button. Instead of the handout. That's just classic me, that.
Right. Well, I guess I'll take one.
Okie dokie.
There's one apiece, so.
And at this point, I'm also gonna ask the barkeep for something less shitty than this breakfast ale. I mean, come on, what's this?
He says, well, we got some fine wines going on. How about some of that for breakfast? I mean...
And what are we having for food?
Currently, blood sausage and bacon.
Right, and I'll be like, wine, you got no ale?
Definitely got ale. I just didn't expect everyone to want ale, that's all. Like, you have my apologies, sire, of course.
It's alright, just bring it over. Double speed, yeah?
Okay, yeah, definitely. And he disappears and arrives back with the blood sausage, perfect. And not the blood sausage, the ale. Yeah, and lickety split, you have a small cask of ale, ready to be.
As Pete smells the blood sausage, just like.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Like super obviously eating from off Pete, like nom 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 nom.
Ah, yeah, it's gross. It's all in his beard.
Yeah, just like dip the beard half in the beer or something, and then just...
Gross, but yeah.
Just like there sipping water. Just.
Okay, so.
That's what you do to keep it nice, you know.
God damn it, hitting that home button fucked up my setup completely. Anyway, it's all fixed. And so after you guys are done, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm alright, thanks.
Okay.
I'm ready to proceed when you are.
Eat.
Could perhaps do with a mining pick.
Okay, well, you can head to the blacksmith.
You see Pete in his half shaken state, just like lean over and then just pour it on the table, like.
I'm tempted to give you 1 level exhaustion just to be hilarious, but I won't.
Definitely should be giving you a level exhaustion.
You reckon?
There's only so long you can get.
Or just like poisoned for an hour or so.
Yeah.
Or give me both. There's only so much you can keep up for 23 Constitution performance. Like, there's only so much endurance one man's got.
No, but
Night.
yeah, the critical was amazing. So I'm just gonna say that you weathered through it pretty well, and by midday you're fine. But yeah, you would be poisoned for the morning. Yeah. Okay, guys. You what was it? Sorry, you wanted to, guys? Did you want to get a mining pick?
I've just banged and gave him one on the table. I was like, no, you use that.
You actually have one.
Bad mine pick.
I have a mining pick.
Amazing.
That's
alright,
really good. Well, but awesome.
Okay, guys. Now that you've got your mining pick, you don't want to visit the blacksmith?
No, I'm alright, thanks.
Okay.
Be careful what you touch on that pig. You don't know what part it played last night.
I'm alright. Thanks for the worry, though.
Oh, she didn't need a peck.
If we're quite ready, I believe it's the old road we take.
Oh, mind if I tag along?
Somewhat.
We shall put up with you. Just please, not too much talking.
You're gonna be fine.
Shouting in my ear. Oh, goddamn dwarfs.
And then I do help him to his feet and like get him up from the table and get him walking.
Just stumbling along.
Right, so for those of you who are actually conscious, could we perhaps have a little talk about what we're gonna do?
Certainly. Go ahead.
Right, so we've heard that they sometimes set up ambush on the old road, but only in the winter time and
Yes.
in the early spring. And I'm not sure whether I should believe this or not. But well, I suggest we keep an eye out on the road. At least, perhaps if we could catch a few off guard, might be able to capture them and get some information out of them. Because well, what we've got to go on is not much, is it?
Limited at best. I'm inclined to agree.
There's a fortress down in a hole somewhere, and there's some goblins in it. That's about all we really know.
Essentially, yes. Hopefully an easy job. Depends on their number, but I'm sure we'll be able to find them.
Right, well, let's head off, and if we do spot a goblin on the road, try not to kill it, yeah?
I'll try my level best.
It's like, are you? Like, was that serious or not? So I guess,
I'm a man of my word.
yeah, I'm still going to see if I believe you or not.
He's a man of his word.
There you go.
Alright then.
Yeah. Okay. As you approach the west gate, you see that there's more guards on the west gate than there would be when you enter the other gate. There's about 5 here, and you see Felocial is also there, and she's chatting and laughing with one of the guards. And when Pete approaches, they will go silent and stare at him.
Just like seeing people, it's like fuck it. It's like try to pretend that I'm not absolutely dying.
Yeah, then I'll just like he was resting on it, I'll just step to the side and just
just stumble to one knee and I'm just get myself back up and I walk, just pretend that I'm not dying, and then just salute as I walk past him.
Okay, yeah.
Important question: How many guards are doing this?
None of them. They all seem to be like looking around, and as you guys actually exit under the crumbling archway of this west gate, about 100 foot away, they all begin laughing, and you hear her go, "Shut up!" And then one of them, out of distance, goes, 5 times. What stamina does he have?
I've got the main counselor in my pocket, and I've got a fucking legendary status already. This town is mine.
So, as you guys follow the west road, it's 8 miles, and can I have a general just perception check from everyone as you're following this weaving road through kind of barren land, really. The only thing that grows here is scrub and scree, and the ground is dirty and dusty.
Jesus Christ, that's not good.
No, it is not.
I'm not capable of making one. I'm not noticing shit.
Fair enough.
I'll do one at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
That accurately respects the current situation I'm in.
Our Leyden is the one that notices. There's this snaking pathway that moves around what would have been once a bank filled with luscious trees. I'd say pine. But the pine is skeletal. The ground is covered in brown needles. As you'd expect from autumn time, but this is too much. It looks like the trees died, shriveled over slightly, and they all bend over to form an arc. And you're looking above you when, Leyden, you notice in the nearby undergrowth, something is moving. You can hear crunching of the pine cones and needles, but it's more the sound of something being dragged than something stepping.
Okay. I'll look over at the group. No danger here. Let's carry on.
Okay.
That's a very odd statement to make.
Oh, well, the forest doesn't want us to be here, clearly. But that's all I would really say.
What?
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 Okay, you've spent some time with your weird sorcerer friend. Normally, when when he lies like this, it means that he's trying to hide something, and it's a very obvious.
Yeah, I'm not even like worried about the lie. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Then, as you guys are trying to move on, because our lady has said this, does anyone know Goblin?
Nope.
What do I know?
No. Okay, so you all hear this harsh call. It's gruff but loud and sounds like this creature is in pain. You hear Clarkul, Hakul. It's coming to your right up the bank.
Well, Mern, we may have found your goblin.
Yeah, and that's weapons drawn and charging at that point.
Your what? Sorry.
And he's off.
That's weapon drawn and charging at that point.
Okay, as you struggle up the bank, you expect some to come across some enemies or something hostile, but about 60 foot in front of you, as the bank slowly levels to a straight, you see that there is a large creature with a shaggy amount of fur all over its shoulder and face. It's got ears like a cat, which you see is missing one. As it looks up at you, it's got a bloodied face and a missing left eye. It's discarded its mace 30 feet behind that, and you see it's dragged itself across the ground. And you realise this bugbear has really injured, and as it's dragging itself towards you, it's shouting, "Harkill! Harkill!"
Up here, guys, don't kill it.
I'm really sorry. I don't have any money.
Harkill! Filanon!
Yeah, and I'll rush over to it.
Yeah, and you see it's been badly beaten up. It's wounded, and as you get closer, can you roll perception? You're there first, Mern.
Yes, I definitely can. Not my specialty.
No,
No, it really isn't.
it's a smelly bugbear. It's a smelly bugbear, and as you
Or is
approach,
it?
you just notice that it's been injured.
Yeah, so the first thing I do is as I'm I'm trying to keep an eye on him every now and then, but he doesn't seem to be going anywhere in such a hurry. I'm trying to look around to see for what might have injured it as well.
As far as you can see, there's just these trees around, and weirdly enough, some of them are small trees and they look fresh and new. Like there's actually some sort of semblance of life trying to grow through in this barren area of the west of Oakhurst. Can't help but feel like you're being watched.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting something to ambush me any second now. That's why I'm shouting up to the others to get there.
Yeah. I'm assuming everyone arrives.
Yeah. By that
Yes,
point,
it
probably.
was more of a leisurely pace, but yes, I'm certainly on my way.
And what I would like to do is, as I see the rest approaching, if I have a chance to do anything, I would like to, it's not really a proper action, so I'll just go narrate and see if you're okay with it. Catch up to the bugbear, because he's crawling, right? He's dragging himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to, sit down on his back with a knee into his back so he can't move. Put my shield against the back of his neck.
Yep.
And then heal him.
Heal him. Okay.
To the point where I'm not sure if you're going to allow, because I can do the cure. I want to expend cure wounds, but I want to heal him as far as little as possible. So I'm not sure whether you would allow me to nerf the spell and just heal for 1 hit point, basically.
Oh no, well, for role-playing reasons, I'm not going to obviously deny that. You're more than welcome to.
Yeah, so I want to just heal him to the point where he's no longer about to die.
Yeah. Yeah, he was basically, I was going to say, he was on about 1 hit point and obviously...
bleeding out, yeah. So I just want to do that, but control him so that, he's not going to get up and whack me in the face.
Yep, okay, so yeah, as you heal him, and he turns, his one eye is wide with, relief, and he goes, and he takes a deep breath, and he's like, Miglon, Milano. and you feel like he's not abusing you or offending or trying to intimidate you. It's a sound of relief. And as you all surround this bugbear, he's just basically goes limp in your grasp, completely limp, as if he's given his life towards you. Can everyone make a nature check anyway, just to see what they know about bugbears?
Me non speak Italiano. Wow. When we're getting laid, roll 8. Anything at fucking hell. Anything actually we need is useful. We're all like shit.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
you don't know much about bugbears other than the fact that they smell a lot and they're usually evil creatures that like to eat humans and the normal races. And they tend to work around goblins. That's as far as you know. Bog standard stuff. Everyone hears about this. But as you guys are talking to the bugbear, you all kind of hear the rattling of trees, but there's no wind. The branches of nearby trees seem to crack a little bit. There's no wind, yet they're moving like there is wind.
Okay. I look at the bugbear to see what his response is going.
He's like screaming at you, and you don't know what he's screaming in Goblin, but he's pointing towards one of the branches. You look that way, and the branch just seems to be moving gently in the wind.
Mern, do you have any idea what's going on here?
Well, I can't understand what the fuck this guy is saying, but he seems to be warning us of something. I don't see anything though.
Good. I'll check and see if this is of magical nature.
Yeah, definitely. You can roll. Arcane.
And roll shit.
Yep. As far as you're concerned, there's no magic here. None. You don't feel anything. As if the land is barren of life and magic. That's when our Layton at the back, the worst person to notice, sees one of the tree branches use its limbs to arc round the bough above it, hang, like drop to the ground. And the only way I can explain it to you, Arladen, in my terms, the GM's terms, is that it looks like a 4-foot high Groot with red eyes. And it goes down on its like knuckles, like an ape would, moves its head slightly, cocks it to the side, looks at the back of Pete, looks at Arladen, looks at Pete, and then begins running at Pete. Can I have initiative from everyone, please?
Fucking hell.
Yes, definitely.
Not my strong point. Where's the initiative button?
Do we have a map or?
Yes, I will get to that in a minute after initiatives.
Oh, sorry, I need to click my token, don't I?
Yep.
Oh, you want it done from there? Sorry, okay.
My initiative's still not coming up, even if I click my button. Yeah, click my token.
Shit.
Is it because the cameras are in the way? Let me move.
Could you just add the turn for me by right-clicking my token? Or
Okay.
do you want me to roll it again?
One moment, let me open up. How much did you get?
16.
Okey-dokey.
Yeah, I just can't see the button. For initiative.
There's
There's
no
no button. You just
There's
just
no
select
button.
initiative.
token and then
Select token, then press initiative. Let's let it go.
it's because you're spoiled with scripts.
I know, spoiled. Spoiled up brat.
So Pete got 3, Arladen got 5, and Dalaf got 12, correct?
and I got a 16.
Slow as sin.
Yeah, and I've got you written as 16. Can you see it?
Nope.
Nope.
I've got Mern written in as 16.
I'll just roll it again and then just change it to the 16.
Okay, got
I
2
think I
Merns
can even
now.
do that myself. Yeah.
Excellent. So that's all sorted. I'm going to move you over to the map so you can see what's happening as 4 of these twiggy-like creatures leap from the trees, what once were branches. The bugbear is now screaming incoherently, and you can only imagine that it's help or mercy in Goblinoid.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Did you say I was the first to notice it?
Yes, you are the only one who gets to act in the surprise round. In fact, no, I'll have a perception check from everyone just to see if they get to act in the surprise round. But let's put some combat music on. Well, that was fucking
Now that you've done the turnover on this page, all the players have disappeared from me.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, all the places then.
That's why I wondered if there was a map, because I thought that would be the case.
Well, okay, I've got your turn order here already, so I could just call you out.
I mean, you could just roll it again and put in your own number that you had before.
Like I can remember.
You can
that.
change your own ones, so...
Yeah, you can change your own ones. You had a 3.
Ah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm coming.
You had a 5, Arladen.
I hope you know.
I did. I came earlier with that little description in the jailhouse.
not that camera angle he had earlier. Jesus Christ. Pitching tents.
Okay, so everyone's on there, yeah? I'm going to keep descending so I can tell you when
Sorry.
you go.
Yeah,
I'm just going to change my thing back to 5.
Yeah.
So, did I get the perception checks for everyone?
Yeah, I've got a... something.
I got a 9.
12.
There was a 12, an 11, a 13, and a 9.
Okay, so... Nobody.
Yep. Let's do this.
Right, so this one on the far corner here, as it lands, its eyes begin to glow red, and you see what you can only suspect is an elemental of sorts, plant-like, and it instantly dashes towards the bugbear and goes to lash out at it.
Fuck her.
It misses
Whiff.
as it scrapes at the floor. The bugbear, with Mern on top of it, you're riding it like a bucking, like a rodeo, as it tries to drive around and dodge the bugbear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Yeah, this one here looks at Oladen, and it was looking at Pete at the same time. Didn't know what to do, and then charges straight at Oladen, goes for a claw attack, reaching out and swiping in a frenzy. These creatures don't seem to care about their aim. Misses as Oladen jumps out of the way, literally, whoa! As it swipes, and you see they've got razor-thin claws and needles all along their palms. Mern, you completely shocked and surprised at what the hell's going on. Take a minute to assess the situation, and surprised. This one here moves into Pete.
Really wouldn't.
No, and it clashes against your armour, leaving a slight scrape.
I have one question. I didn't specifically mention it,
Okay.
so I'm fine with you saying no, but I do have my enchant armor or weapon thing from level 1. And since I don't think that anyone except me at this point deserves it, will it be okay to have it on my armor?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, cool.
This one, from behind, runs into Dolaf and uses its claw attack. What's your AC?
15.
Hey! You nimbly dodge out the way, and it manages to catch a bit of your leather, not you, and you turn to see this hideous 4-foot-tall twig, massive brown and black twigs with thorns all up its body. We start the round all over again. That one goes for another attack against the bugbear. Really wants to finish off the bugbear. Yep, gets a 20 and knocks it into death saving throws as it claws across its neck and rips a chunk of flesh out. The next one attacks Arladen, the one that was frenzying near you. It looks frustrated, but at the same time, completely. Yeah, it is just. And he's letting out this high pitched scream. Now, Mern, it is your turn.
Yes, question. You said I got a 20. Are we using flanking rules or is the bugbear prone?
The bugbear's prone.
Right. I will kneel next to it and try to have them not kill our only source of information. So I'll cast Spare the Dying. So I'll kneel down and like cover his wound on his neck with my hand, and the flesh underneath slowly heals, but not to the point where has any further effect on him, but at least he's not instantly going to bleed out.
Yep, you that's easily done. You lean down and call upon the power of Brocker. What does your magic look like, by the way? Tell me what your divine power looks like as you cast.
Yeah, I think for Spare the Dying, probably not like anything, because it's very subtle. It's just me leaning down and whispering some words in Dwarvish about how this warrior does not deserve to be slain in such a cowardly manner. He was unarmed and something of this sort.
Okay, Brocker answers your call, and you hear in the back of your head 1,000 anvils all ringing in the great halls of Valhalla. And as you whisper it towards him, he hears, and you can feel that boof, and you can actually feel his heartbeat for a second, combined with yours, stabilize. The twig blight next to Pete goes for an attack against him.
Oh, if you don't mind, I wasn't done.
Oh yeah. Oh, no. I should ask. Any bonus actions or movement? I apologise.
Yes. I think I'm going to just try and get rid of things really fast and cast Searing Smite as well. I'll set this bloody tree on fire next turn. That's it. It doesn't do anything for now.
Searing Smite. I'm just going to take a read if that's okay. Is it?
Yep. So basically, what happens is that after the point where I get up from kneeling next to the bugbear to stabilize him, there's no. Like, I imagine the verbal component is just rage, basically.
Yeah.
Just anger, pure anger, and you see that the warhammer's head just sort of bursts out in white hot energy.
Yep.
As if it's just fresh out of the forge.
I like the imagery.
Okay, so after the twig blight. Oh no, I actually still haven't rolled for it. Tax Pete. It's probably going to roll shit because that's what it does. Oh well, look at that one. Does a 22 hit?
You little bastard!
It manages to find purchase underneath your belt, and where it's pretty sore from the night of lovemaking, and you get a gut kind of wrenching feeling as it gets a jab against your nads. You go, oh.
I throw up on it.
It does 2 piercing damage to you, to your nads. Dolaf,
Savage.
it is your go.
It's hilarious because your nads did 2 piercing damage last night.
Hey!
Come on, 5 piercing damage.
Dolaf, it's your go.
Right. The power of my Fey ancestry. I'll use the Fey Step.
Okay, and what does Face Step do?
It's essentially Misty Step.
Okay,
I will pop over here.
excellent. You go, what does it look like? You just burst into like magical pink sparks, or
Yes, I'm a gay elf, naturally, Chad. No, it's kind of like almost
Bit of an oxymoron, mate.
an implosion, like a sucking sound, as he just kind of rips from into himself and then appears again elsewhere.
oh, excellent. Okay, yeah, and you appear. Is that a bonus action or an action?
It's a bonus action.
Excellent.
So drawing the bow into the arrow into the bow, I will knock it and fire at this one here.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Nice. Roll damage, and as you strike it clean in the head, it makes the thud as if it's hitting a plank of wood, like hollow. Comes out the back, and the exit wound just explodes splinters of wood into the air.
Didn't manage to keep that one alive, I'm afraid.
Oh,
You're
Layden. Oh, Layden,
You're
it is your turn.
Okay, I've dodged the 2 attacks, haven't I? So
Yep.
now I'm going to look at the tree thing, and I'm going to say, if you strike me again, I will kill you, and I will burn down the entire forest you call home.
Just so you know, if you want to, so you can look at them. There you go. That's what they look like.
Twig blight.
Twig blights.
Kind of look like XCOM 2.
Yes.
Maybe
Well,
it's a
aliens.
little bit, yeah.
Okay, what are you doing, Arladen? Oh, firebolt. Yes, as you... Poof, you seem to feel, as you fire this ball of flame at it, that is especially effective against it. It catches fire, runs 5 foot, falls to the ground, and then it just crackles instantly and turns to ash.
Turns into a campfire.
Yeah, good point.
Campfire.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Arladen? Move? Bonus action?
Yes, I'm going to take a bonus action, but I'm very slowly walking towards the other one.
Okie dokie.
Come on.
What bonus action were you going to take? Sorry.
That was it. I've literally taken a step.
Oh, yeah, movement is different, but yeah. Pete, you'll go.
I'm slow to act, but I'll get there eventually.
He just finishes retching on this thing in front of him.
Yeah, so I'm finish throwing up on it, and I'll start strafing around it.
Okie dokie.
And get to here, and whip out the halberd and give it a bit of a crack.
Oh, nice.
20.
Whoa! Overhead slice straight on top of its head. You are like a lumberjack cutting wood. Cleaning 2, falls down. Straight down it goes. And
You'll die like wood.
that last one alive sees what's happened to its friends. It's not unintelligent, and it tries to run.
So, fuck this.
Mern is just out of its threat. The bugbear, however, is prone but unconscious, so it's ran there. Mern, your go. It's scrabbling away on all fours.
I'm gonna just run up straight next to it.
Run up straight next to it. Nice.
God, that dwarf's got some movement.
And
Some legs.
that's my turn done.
Yeah, 25 plus 25.
Oh,
50. Perfect.
We're good at short distances. We're not naturally sprinting creatures.
Okay, Dolaf, it is your go.
I'll strafe round here to get a better angle on it and take a shot.
That is... yeah.
Nice.
One moment, just check out the roll. Oh my god, yeah. That you got exactly the right amount to kill it. Thuds into its chest, and that glow, that charcoal red glow in its eyes, flickers, and it dies. And it makes a last kind of as it dies.
And this was the one that attacked the bugbear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit it with the glowing hammer for good measure.
Okie dokie, yeah.
It falls to the ground, like the arrow thuds into it, and just slam full on into it.
Yeah, and it just shatters like dry wood. Dry
That
wood.
starts
Try wood.
splinters into burning embers, I'm guessing, and with the fiery hot water.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, at which point my spell ends after this thing burns to cinders, and then make my way back over to Mr. Bugbear.
Okay,
Well,
so
that was entertaining, wasn't it?
As always.
Oh, they seem to have knocked out our only source of information here. That's not good. Did any of you understand what I was saying?
Naughty word.
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, perhaps it would be willing to share some information with us in exchange for letting it live. Do you reckon there's any chance anyone in town might speak Goblin?
It's possible, but is this not an evil creature? Should be
Perhaps.
slain.
Perhaps after.
Then I have no qualms.
Either way, if it pleads for its life, it's done nothing to us, has it?
Well, we're only a short ways from town. I suppose we could head back.
Alright
How
then.
far are we actually from town?
you're about 3 miles to the west. So yeah, about maximum an hour walk if you take it slow.
Yeah, it's about an hour too long for me. We shall kill it now. We find a way on ourselves.
Right, so we've just gone to try and get some information about where we're going, and you suggest that we kill it after all that. That does
We
not
have no
seem like a
certainty
very...
that it even speak. They speak Goblin
Hey,
back in town.
Sorry, but you just threw up on something that punched you. Are you sure you're alright?
I love it. Okay.
One moment.
okay,
Throw
Right,
back.
that's
Throw
suffice
up
to
on the
say,
thing
I'm not be
again.
taking your advice today.
so you can make a straight out intelligence check if you want to try to basically understand slight bits of its language or what it's trying to convey.
Yeah, I wanted to do something before they started fighting, but then
Yeah.
I got knocked out. Like, I wanted to see if it would fight. Like, I was gonna go, like, hit my hammer on my shield and point at the things to see if it would fight them.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take an hour before it wakes up anyway, at least. So, I'm gonna say that. Well, this thing has just got. He's down out. He's okay, but he's gonna be out for a while. There's no risk in us just taking him back to town. We'll get there before it wakes up, probably. Either way, we can just tie it up, tell it that it's gonna be okay. I think it'll appreciate me trying to save its life. Perhaps we can get some information out of it, and then we can always see what to do with it after. But going into strange caves where obviously there's some fuckery going on, and I pointed one of the plants that's just like died. That might not be the best idea.
Yes, I'm not happy with this thing living, but we do need information.
Right. As I said, there's always killing to be done later.
Well,
Either way, we spent 6 hours drinking last night. I'm sure we can spend 1 hour walking to get some information, can't we?
yes, as I say, I'm in favor of information, as long as it's put down afterwards.
I just
Whatever your word say.
like, start walking without response at that point, and just like lugging it under, like just grabbing it under the shoulder and just walking backwards. You know.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. It weighs about 180 pounds.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
So you're having a bit of a struggle. It might take you about 2 hours if you're dragging all the way, but
Yeah, I'm hoping someone might pick up the legs and.
Yeah, I'll pick up my legs.
bugbears are tough creatures and they've got kind of a tough constitution. And after about 20 minutes, its eyes open. It struggles slightly, but you can tell it's exhausted. And it Milan Finton. Milan Finton.
And I just like tell whoever's holding the legs at this point to keep holding the legs, and I just put him like down on his ass and walk around so they can see me, because like of course he couldn't see me, right? Because I was holding him from his shoulders.
Yeah.
So I get down in front of him and just like make some gestures at him and just be like, "You, no dead because of me."
They go straight. I don't know. What would you reckon? I'd say intelligence, because you're trying to convey your emotions to another. I was going to go with charisma, but intelligence would be better, I think, if you're trying.
Well,
He has
Wow.
got bugbear sign language down.
Okay, so you basically convey, you're alive because of us. It understands. It nods, points at you, makes like a prayer.
yeah, the
Symbol?
appreciation sign.
Yeah. Bows slightly, ever so slightly. Goes, huh, gun, strong, gun control, kobold, dead.
I'm trying to understand what it's trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard
Definitely.
time.
Kobold
They want to be your pet.
dead. You help done.
Yeah. Okay. Now, like,
He nods. He goes, yes, and says it in really bad common. And he like comes out, yes.
Yeah.
like I point at him and like you. Like I try and imitate his common
Yeah.
to to get some more information.
Yep.
Like you, and then make like ravine.
His eyes go wide. He understands completely with a natural 20. Of course, I'm gonna let you have that. And he goes, Castle. I run castle from castle. Nods, goes,
Why?
kobold. Hill. kobold tri-kill.
And I'm like, no, it's okay. You're fine. You're fine now.
Yeah, he like kind of pulls apart his tattered leather, and you see he's got like an old scar.
That's his scar.
Yeah, he points and goes, Kobold did. Kobold did. He nods as
You
usual.
run where?
Here. From Kobold. And then he points towards the twig blights around you, and he goes,
Yeah.
and you get the sense that he's run from kobolds only to run into twig blights and then get fucked over.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get the idea of like where is it that you want to be going? Like that's
He
fine.
points northward. Ish.
And that's not in the direction of town, right?
No, it's not. He obviously knows there's a town there.
It's east of town of here, right?
No, west. Yeah, east of the town. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll look at the others, and does any of you speak Dwarvish that I might know about?
No, and
Nay.
no.
Okay. I'll just like turn to the others then and just speak fast so that perhaps the bugbear won't understand. So like, right. Well, I know that you guys don't really know what you wanna, what you think of this bugbear right here, but I think he's helpless now. I think you should just let him go. He doesn't seem to be heading into the direction of town, so I don't think he's a threat to anyone.
I just look at the
Yeah, there's a
Lord.
look of consideration on his face. I presume we're there for this interrogation type scenario. We get a similar kind of understanding as Mern has.
Yeah, he can. If Mern decides, he can literally portray and tell you what's been said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to sharing whatever happened. I assume they understood as much as I did. This was just me being able to communicate, which was a difficulty. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
So then
Well-
I suggest that we let it go.
It's only one. I suppose if the town has to deal with it, it'll be capable of doing so. Yes.
And they say, a bugbear in the bush keeps the babies away.
What?
What?
I was not aware they say that.
No, they don't.
Well, someone must have.
Yeah, I feel
just-
like maybe Al Yaden did.
Right, well, just a moment then. And I sort of approach, like, stand in front of the bugbear again and be like,
Okay, he's trying to
You.
stand up, like. He
you
nods.
run now. Go. And point in the direction of north where he was.
He
Wait,
points to his chest, points towards your chest. Dwarf. Good? Good. And he holds up one finger, looks around, and he looks back to where, like, you'd been dragging him. And he's looking around. He's, like, touching his pockets and looking underneath his chainmail. He goes, no, like he's lost something. Looks slightly nervous, begins wandering back the way that you dragged him. And he's turned around to you and goes, pointing up one finger as if there's a moment to wait. He's searching around. One moment. Yes, perfect. And he finds something in the dirt, and he goes, and he seems excited that he found it. He begins digging slightly, picks it up. He must have dropped something when you were dragging him. Runs back up to you, Mern. Falls to his knees, all exhausted, and hands you something. And it's quite heavy. As you take it from his palm, it's quite heavy. And he goes, "Dern have more." And he hands you a chunk of dirty ore. It's kind of got a bluish tint to it.
And, like, I get from this that his name is Dern, right? Like, he pointed at himself.
No, you get the feeling he's talking about someone else,
okay,
not
'cause
himself.
that's what he said.
When he talks about himself, he points at himself. When he talks
Yeah.
about Dern, he talks about he points elsewhere, back
Okay,
towards
okay.
the Citadel. He says, "Dern have more."
Well, just do what he did before, the gesture he made when he thanked me.
Okay, so you've got 3 pounds of dark steel with you now.
Cool.
A large chunk, but large enough that he tried to get away with it.
Yeah.
You have a feeling, if you piece the story together, that he's escaped the Citadel with it, he's stolen it, thinking he can use it to pay for his way, basically. Was traced by kobolds on his way out, and then attacked by twig blights.
Yeah, tough life for this guy. So I'm at this point I'll thank him and and like make a point to the others like, right, you see, they're not all bad. Just
So do not give him like a gold if he's giving you all of that. Maybe he resort to crime and petty theft if he's left with nothing.
I'm not really sure that in his circles money is the kind of thing they use. Perhaps it would be better if I gave him this. And, I'll reach into my backpack and I have a bunch of rations in my pack, and I'll just hand him like enough for 3 days.
He is thankful.
Rations.
He begins to eat the first one instantly. He's like, instantly, he hasn't eaten obviously in a while, and you see he's quite emaciated underneath that armour. And he, no. He looks up and he goes, nods, stands up and begins limping northward, turns, when he's about 100 foot away, turns to watch you, as if he might expect an arrow in the back, because he was eyeing Lord Aaronspire's bow.
You just see Dollar just...
Yeah. He's like,
He definitely does turn to see Doleth standing there with an arrow knocked.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Not drawn.
he's
Just standing there
Yeah,
eyeing
just
him.
bow at like downwards pointing angle.
yeah,
Essentially exactly as he looks in the little token.
Yeah.
definitely running now. He picks up the jogging pace with a limp, and then eventually disappears, vanishes.
Cool.
Well played. And so, action from everyone now. You walked about half a mile with him before he woke up, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It took a while. Yeah, so I guess at that point, I'll just be like, well, I overestimated that combat a little bit. That's my bad. I'm kind of spent, like power-wise for today, but we can go on fighting. Still got me good hammer. I'll just like tap the hammer hanging from my belt.
Yes,
I'm alright to proceed. I don't think we should waste more time though.
No, I'm inclined to agree. We move on. And if no one else says anything, I'll just continue walking back down the path. Yeah.
Yep, I'll be right back. I need to go to the toilet.
Yes,
Okay.
let's get it going. Yes, bro.
Okay, everyone take a minute, because obviously I need one as well, so I'll be right back.
Good day.
Okay, drink.
Straight out top, no stars. Well, 20's cameras have been playing up all night.
Reconnect with you, sir.
I am clicking reconnect every like 5 seconds now just to see if they work. Also, when I accidentally like left the chat when I clicked home button, I think it fucked up some more. I'm not sure if it did or not. Reconnect button seems to work occasionally, but now I'm missing Pete. Didn't this happened once when we were recording a while back? But okay, I've got everyone now, so that's good.
I'm guessing it messes with the overlay and stuff as well, or the stream.
No, when you reconnect, it doesn't mess with the overlay, but you know, it's just it once it reconnects, it just pushes.
Ah, okay.
Have you clicked reconnect again?
Alas.
Oh, I've got a black screen. So, welcome back.
Hello.
Did Curtis also go to have a break?
I'm guessing so.
Alright. Alright then. I really need to practice my Scottish.
It's alright, I cannot do Scottish. I can... Don't even say it. I can say you want to say it, Rocket. Don't do it.
Something Australian?
No, it's not happening. No,
Something shrimp on a barbie.
not while I'm recording. I'm not saying it.
We'll get you to do it at some point.
No, but I try to do Irish when I'm doing dwarfs, because Irish is one of the only accents I can probably do alright. Would you like to come in for a cup of tea or a jug of ale?
You should just make every character Australian.
No, because I can't do fucking Australian. It's just I can't. I can't do Scottish, Australian. Can't do any of the accents.
Well, at least you got goblins, because you do goblin, alright?
Oh god, yeah. Do you remember? Well, there's a story there when I got free drinks for all of us for doing my Orcish impression. Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Remember Lapbag?
Lapback was mental.
That Lapbag, the brain damaged. The nemesis dwarf on Shadows of Mordor that absolutely destroyed me every time I saw it. And he never said a word, he just went... like that.
Either that, or he'd like knock you out, and then you'd come to, and he'd just walk over and tickle you.
Yeah, that was the
then
weirdest
disappear.
action I've ever seen on the Shadows of Mordor. Or he'd just go... and just sniff me or something.
Yeah, good game, but very, very bizarre.
Yes. Cannot wait for the new one. Shadows of War.
Shay, you need to be able to like import old saves so you can have the same nemesis.
Oh yeah, that would be epic. Lapbag returns even though I lopped his head off. That happens in the game anyway. He goes, I remember you! And it's like, wait a minute, did I fucking cut your head off? How are you back?
You can't kill a lapbag.
I did in the end.
Charge. Yeah,
Alright. Are we all present? I believe Curtis is back.
Sorry, I mean, like English just took over. I was like, I've got 5 minutes. I need to make a brew.
Why?
That's
Well,
alright.
You're slow. I mean, I made coffee in the meantime.
I kind of ran out of milk, so then I was like panicking. It's like, fuck, what do I do for milk? And then I found some.
Yes, because you definitely can't have tea without milk.
Fucking, what
Fuck
kind of
in English.
barbaric human do you think I am?
Are we all ready?
Yeah.
This bit's just basically text.
Quite ready.
Okay, so you guys basically pass carry on heading west towards the Sunless Citadel, and you pass overgrown old roads that head north and south, and you're basically travelling through rocky downs with scree and old pine, and you head past, as you get closer, head past old abandoned farms. They are old, just shells of old stone buildings and low standing walls. And as you approach, the old road passes towards a ravine, and at the road's closest approach to the cleft, as you approach it, there are several broken pillars, and they jut from the earth as the ravine widens in front of you. And two of the pillars stand straight, but most lean atop the sloped earth, as if slipping into the ravine, like as if someone's tried to pull them downwards. And others are broken, and several have fallen into its depths. But you can see here the remnants of a couple of week-old campfire, and there's a sturdy knotted rope tied to one of the pillars that leans over as if it's falling in. And as you peer down, you can see the ravine runs down to a ledge below you, where you can see some switchback stairs descend into darkness. Here you notice there are some graffiti all over the place, all over the pillars. Instantly, Mern recognises some of them are dwarvish. Some of them are a language you don't understand. So, does anyone want to do anything up here?
I would like to just check out the quality of the stonework.
Okay, the quality of the stonework is old but ancient, and it's pitted, weather-worn, and crumbling away.
Wait, what? It's old but ancient.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Old and ancient is what I was meant to say, but sometimes the words escape me as I'm describing.
Here's some words of advice. Don't fuck with your DM or you're going to lose your AC.
Yeah, wanky.
The stonework is ancient, not dwarvish, and that's about all you can tell. The graffiti on it, however, is new, but as you look closely, you notice there are some of the dwarvish graffiti is ancient, as in made with the stonework and chiseled in by hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do those specific pieces say?
They are warnings and threats against potential trespassers. You notice that. Does anyone know Draconic?
I do actually.
Holy okay, one of the graffiti is brand new, basically days old, and it says Meepo was here 867, and that's the year. Like classic graffiti. Meepo was here. It's got a little love heart next to it, and the name in Draconic of Yastriel. You have... But
No idea.
No, you have no idea what that means. But Meepo
Now,
was
like
here.
poking Draconic. Like, I can't do that one. Do you have any idea what that says?
Yes and no.
What?
Says Meepo in what I can only assume is was, but crudely spelt, ear, which I suppose is here. And there's what I believe to be another name.
Right, so someone came here to put that on a stone pillar that's about to fall into a cliff. That doesn't seem right, does it?
It's very, very odd.
I'll say. Right, well, I'm not one to fly, so that rope looks like a good way down.
Yes, and a good sign that they at least made it here. I assume it's the people we're looking for here. Assume Brayford or the Cruels.
That could be. Might also be that this is, well, I never really did get his name. Probably wouldn't have been able to pronounce it anyway. But our bugbear friend over there made his way out recently, didn't he?
Yes, there is that, I suppose.
Do you reckon his name was Meepo?
Can't say I'm familiar with bugbear names.
But the fact that the graffiti's in Draconic could also tell you that he didn't write it.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what the language is.
Oh yeah,
so
I was
might
talking
as-
to
might as well
Aaron
be-
Spire. Yeah.
It's fine. I know it's Draconic, but I also know shit about bugbears because of my role. They might speak Draconic for all I know.
Yep.
At the very least, we have a way in now. We should make haste.
Alright, well, let's get to it then.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Start.
I guess it might be a good idea to test if this rope is solid before we, like, dangle down on it.
So yeah. That's
So
fine.
I'm just gonna, like grab the, pull the rope from in the cliff and just start, leaning back on it, towards the area where if I would fall on my ass it would be safe, just to see if this thing seems okay or not.
As
Okay.
he's mentioned about testing it, and just as he goes to do that, I'm also in the process of just turning around. Arlie Aiden,
Yes.
here we are. After you. And turn back and see that he's already actually, testing the rope. First, yes.
The Lord's solution.
Why is he manhandling that python?
Brilliant.
Just read what is spotted before we get started. Okay, and does the rope seem solid?
Yes, as you yank on it, it's tied pretty well. It looks like it was tied by someone who knew what they were doing.
Right, that's good.
So, who's going first?
Yeah, I guess it'll be me. And just to be safe, I'm gonna climb down the rope. And if I spot anything on the way that seems like it's not good, like if I see, splits in the
Phrase and stuff, yeah.
yeah, if the rope's straight down the way, I'm just gonna cast mending on it as I go.
Okay, so as you are descending into the darkness of this ravine, climbing down with your dark vision, it starts to flicker to black and white as it gets darker and darker and the sunlight disappears. You notice that as you're climbing down, there are handholds on the cliff as well. That like people have kind of like hammered these arcs of metal in to make crude forms of ladder to get up. But as you climb down, there's no frays in the rope. It seems to be really good quality rope, actually. And as you climb down,
I think Aladdin should definitely be making some form of athletics check or something. So I doubt there's bumbling, emaciated sorcerers getting down this rope with no asshole. He's fucking huffing and puffing at this point.
I will roll it now.
Fair enough, Web.
That's why I fucking catch him now.
I just want to make a point. Don't get on the fucking rope before I'm out of the way, yeah?
Would you say athletics or acrobatics?
I would say athletics.
Oh, I've got a fat bonus of 0 in that one. Oh, for God's sake, this thing's shit.
So just before anyone starts climbing down the rope, I want to get out of the way in case someone falls. I don't want to get crushed.
Yep, that's cool.
One by one. Don't think this rope can take all of our weight. Oh, fucking
Look out for
hell,
me! I will just barrel ahead.
Okay. And as you guys climb down, you don't find any trouble doing it. It's quite an easy 50-foot descent into this, onto this ledge. It looks to be, at first, like some sort of bluff that comes up from the darkness. But as you land, you realise it's old stonework that once protruded, might have been once a tower, part of the towers. And we'll put your characters down so you can see the ledge right now. I'm assuming you can see.
You
It's
assume
completely black,
incorrectly.
but we can see the ping though, so we can put our tokens on the ping thing.
I will check the enabled. Dynamic
No, it's
lighting
okay.
is enabled for some bizarre reason. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, I can see now that I put myself on the map where you were
Ah,
pinging.
okay, cool, yeah. So if we put people down on the map. What about? Shall I put Peach down? Yes.
Well, I tried to put myself down, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, because your
I don't
token
see
apparently isn't
Linked to the character sheet.
linked to the
Doesn't have
character
dark
sheet.
vision.
Actually, it is.
It's not linked correctly, at least what I see, because I see that it has no health bar.
Yeah,
No
I will link it correctly if that's okay, Rocket. I'll do it right now.
Thank you.
That's fine. Just get this over and done with. I apologise, guys.
Oh my god, how could you?
I know, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So, as you approach down, I'm going to give Dolaf like perhaps 5 foot by 5 foot in front of him, unless someone sets a light up. No, wait, you're elf, aren't you?
I am an elf, yes.
How much do you get?
60?
Nice.
Are you asking if I'm working on my nose basically?
Fine. So you guys can see the top of the ledge right now, yeah?
I can see
I can't.
everything.
I can't see anything.
We can see I can see the whole thing.
Complete blackness.
Yeah, half elves get dark vision as well, don't they? So Todd would know.
Yes.
So you basically everyone but Pete.
I'm still a black square at the moment.
Okay, let me sort this out.
My apologies.
Okay, so Pete, I'm just gonna for the sake of playing, I'm going to say you have a torch lit because it's dark down here, yeah?
I'll just light a torch.
Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see.
I
What
can,
species is the
Oh yes,
sorcerer?
I'm in.
He's a half elf, apparently.
You're a
I'm a
half elf.
elf. Yep.
Do we have a full character description of you? Because I actually missed. I can't remember you doing a character description of yours.
What is in looks wise?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. What am I looking at?
You are looking at a. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Everything's not loading up fast enough. You are looking at a 6'2", middle-aged, slightly greying, with wide mental eyes. That's all I've got, really, to be honest. Fair of skin.
That's all I need, mate. That's all I need.
Yep.
All right. Are we ready to go? Now that we're all set up, I think.
Mhm.
Yep, I can see. Everything's good.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So, this sandy ledge overlooks a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west. The ledge is wide but rough, sand, rocky debris, and you can see bones of small animals littered all over the ground. There's a rough-hewn stairwell that zigzags down the side of the ledge, descending further into the darkness of the ravine. I would like everyone to make a perception check here, if that's okay. Just to
That's
see.
not okay.
Don't do it then, sir.
I should just see whatever it is already. Fucking.
Very nice.
Hey, then.
Yeah, my character sheet's so slow. Sorry.
Right, okay.
Oh no, your character sheet isn't slow. Your laptop is slow.
That is very true.
Okay, so guys, Ayladin and Pete, you both noticed some parts of the debris over the west side, over this side, shift. Subtly, but they shift, definitely shift and move, as if something is underneath the rubble, because it's quite piled up, some of the rubble.
I'll go walk up and walk over and investigate.
Okay, so
Sorry, carry on.
you're there anyway. As you walk up and investigate, and Ayladin, you turn around, you notice that hiding underneath the rubble is a rat. Large, but it kind of crawls back into the darkness of the rubble as you approach. Fearful, slightly fearful, but it's large. We're talking dog-sized rat.
Hello.
Golden retriever-sized.
I saw you on a young lady's shoulders earlier. Come out, come on.
Animal handling, please.
Goodness me.
As I'm not aware of this, I've just kind of started wandering towards the stairs.
Yeah, that's cool. You can place yourself around about here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's the same from Aaron as well. And he looks over like, what are you guys doing?
Big rat.
This is the right way down. I don't think that way is going to be very safe.
Yeah.
Big rat. And you fucking nailed that animal handling. That's a pet for life, Aris.
That's right there.
Okay, so yeah, as you go, say what you say. This rat makes a squeak sound, moves forward, and then just looks at you expectantly on its hind legs, like rats do, and it goes, and it comes up to your chest. It's that big, and it's just sniffing at your satchel.
Feed me, motherfucker.
Gentlemen, we found a bard.
Let's just
What?
look over and be like,
Play us a tune,
Right.
bard.
Dulath, you remember that potion of lesser restoration? Does it cure insanity? Do you know?
Unfortunately, I don't think it does. Certainly
Oh,
not this
bugger.
brand, anyway.
So, do we kill this? This is disconcerting.
Are you
I'm
saying
just
that?
gonna
Sorry.
Turn back, shake my head, and continue down.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, was that just for character? Consistency. Was that directed at our leader, or?
Are we going to kill it that you said?
Yeah.
That was just announcing it to the group. Like, do we kill it?
It's
Lay-
it's vermin. If it doesn't bother me, why would we waste time on it?
seeing that the
If you
Lord
want to
has
kill it,
made
just
his way
pick it off the
downstairs.
ledge.
Lay a finger on this rat, and you will have me to contend with. Plus, we won't have sweet music later.
What the fuck, Todd? Okay, yeah.
Proper insane, the character. I like
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna move our Leyden there just for and you guys so I can actually copy and paste you.
Windy up here.
Yeah, it's a bit windy. That is actually, now that you say it. Setting up the next area, I apologise. Done.
But what happens with the rat?
Well, I'm about to get to that. You have successfully, Aladen, avoided a colony of giant rats descending upon you as your animal handling check soothes them as you begin doing your mental rat dance or whatever and talking to them. 3 more rats emerge from the darkness, large ones. They surround you, sniffing around you, and eventually you've managed to subdue them. Looks like they might have been waiting in ambush, but you've managed to prevent that.
Nice.
Oh, fantastic. Intelligible company.
At last!
And as you further descend down these switchback stairs, you notice that the fortress below you comes into view. It emerges almost out of the darkness, and the subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. And if its lightless windows and cracked crenulations and leaning towers are any indication that it's empty, it's definitely desolate. All is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from below, bringing with it the scent of rot and dust and old decay. Kind of like mulch in the autumn as wet leaves decay in the rain. It's got that kind of scent about it.
I quite like that scent, but this is horrible.
And there's a crumbled courtyard coming into view as you reach the bottom of the steps, and I will move you over to the map. No, I won't, because I'm apparently a bit stupid. I will. I'm assuming you guys can see nothing, but I will ping you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see the pinging because it's probably behind the cameras because I can't zoom out.
Bottom right.
Yeah,
I
straight to the
am
bottom right.
in.
Over there?
Man, there's 2 of you. Ah, one of you's gone.
Yeah, he put one down, so I deleted the other one. I copy and pasted the entire party, but
The dwarf seems to have
I only see
invisibility
me.
magic.
I don't see anything else.
okay.
I only see us 3 and don't see the dwarf.
I see everyone with my elf eyes.
That is strange.
Ah, there they are. They just. I think Roll20 is probably just being super slow.
Yeah, this is, just so you know, this is a humongous dungeon, so you probably have to load everything that was in here.
Yeah. It's just that Roll20 is also really bad at efficiency. Like, you try and load like a 10 megabyte map, which would take like 1.5 seconds with your connection, and then it just takes 2 minutes. Like, interesting.
So, what you see in front of you as you guys move along, if you would like to move this way, you see like a crumbling courtyard.
Right, which way are they moving? Are we
Sorry,
moving
can you see
away?
the ping?
Yeah.
I'll move you
away.
up there. Like, move towards Mern, people, as you move along.
I don't see anything here, it's just like blocked.
It's blacked. Yeah.
It is black, but as you peek round this wall, you begin to see stairs emerge.
Right.
No, there's some weird fuckery. Yeah, okay, inside, yeah, we're in.
Okie dokie, can you everyone see?
Yup.
Hi.
Okay, so the narrow stairs that you climb up to get in here empty into a small courtyard, apparently on top of what was once a crenulated battlement, and the buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. And that floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry in front of you, which reaches to an unknown depth below you. To the west, though, looms a surviving structure of what was once the citadel, high above you, and a tower stands to this west side of this courtyard with a great grand door that's got, like, it looks like at one point axes have been chopped into it to break it open. You can peer slightly into the round, hollow tower that's in front of you. I've forgotten about dynamic lighting. So you can actually, just so you can see inside. But the debris field in front of you in this crumbled courtyard is just massive. There's tons of it, and you're having to, even as you climb these stairs here, you are having to like really kind of climb over these hills of old rock and dirt. And I'm gonna need a dexterity acrobatics check from everyone.
Oh dear.
There's just a DM actually using an acrobatics check for anything. What the fuck? I fucking nailed it. Stiff as a fucking bit of plywood, but...
I like the fact this is the first time you've got a chance to do acrobatics instead of athletics, and you've got shit acrobatics.
Yeah.
I'm just reading from the handout, you know, at the moment, because this is what model is. Although, Arladen, as you guys reach the door, behind you hear the sound of clonk clonk as Arladen disappears. Arladen, as you are moving, these lucky though, as you are moving, he goes, the floor below you goes clonk clonk as a trapdoor just opens up, and you go slight slapping sound as you smack the ground. You take 3 bludgeoning damage from the fall. You've fallen 10 feet, and as you've hit your coccyx, you know that feeling you get when you've hit it, travels up your spine, you're winded slightly, you hear, eep. You turn to your right, and there's a giant rat in the corner of this pit, seemingly fallen in a while ago, and it's gnawing what looks like a bone in front of it, a rather small bone, and then you turn to your left, and as the stench assaults your nostrils, there's a corpse of a goblin there.
Oh,
the rat looks at you, and you can see it's hungry.
would you perchance share a piece of your meal? I'm quite famished.
That's another animal handling check if you want to.
Oh, good. I've got shit all up. All handling.
It doesn't matter. You rolled well last time. No, that's just. Despite being
And
hungry,
it bites your throat.
yeah. Despite being hungry, it's not attacking you instantly. Okay, everyone above, you've noticed that our Laden is falling into the classic pit trap, and you can hear squeaking, and you hear our Laden say something, and it echoes up. It's not to you, but that's not strange. That's not strange to hear.
The falling part is, the rest is pretty common for his
Yeah.
general behavior.
Um,
It's like, you're right down there.
as you guys peer
I'm
over,
having.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. I'm at dinner.
Right. And I'll lower my voice, like, do we just want to go?
I have considered it many times.
Right,
It wasn't for my being in charge of his well-being, I would have done it long ago.
And I look like, sort of, if there was a, oh dear lord, what have you done to yourself? It would be that. Like when someone who's strongly Christian goes like, if you said that, that's sort of thing, like, oh bless your soul, you poor thing.
There's some kind of dead green pocket person down here.
What's that? I can't hear you.
Dead green pocket person.
A dead green pocked person?
A pocket person is how he refers to the gnomish folk.
So there's a dead green gnome in there, is that right?
Some kind of green pocket person, yes.
Right. Would you like to perhaps get out of there?
Oh, I'd love to, but I've been invited to some tea.
Any chance it is?
Right,
Goblin.
off we go then. Just sigh and start like, let me see if I have some.
Can I have a prod at this, or where I believe the trapdoor was?
Yeah. Okay, so as you go to prod at the door, you realise you hear a clonk clonk, and it resets slowly, but shuts Aladen in the darkness below with the rat and the corpse. And you go, oh, it's a pretty simple trap, and if you want to disable it, actually, make an investigation check first. Nice. You notice the trap's unmortared sides, and all you have to do.
Just gonna take my glaive, stick a sharp end down one of the unmortared sides, and kind of pry it.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. And as you pry it open from the opposite side, it breaks the mechanism, and you can easily basically just lift it up and open it outwards instead of downwards.
Yep.
And as you lift it up, like opening massive cellar doors, slams onto the debris either side, so it's kind of arced upwards at 45 degree angle either side, and you can see our Leyden in the bottom, 10 foot down, with a rat. A big rat that seems to be just busy gnawing on the bones of the skeleton there. But our Leyden, while down there, you do notice that the skeleton had quite a fine looking shield and scimitar. The shield has like blood paint all up it, like goblins tend to do, and it has a purse of coins right next to the rat.
Excuse me, I don't normally mean to beg, but I'm quite impoverished at the moment.
It doesn't seem to be bothered by your presence.
I'll reach over and grab the purse.
Okay, you reach in, grab the purse, and you look at it. It makes a hissing sound towards you. It doesn't go to bite you. See, and you quickly count it. It's got 23 silver pieces in it, by the way.
I'll take one silver piece out and I'll chuck it towards the rat for your trouble.
It looks at it, looks at you, looks at it, looks at you. Can you roll initiative?
For God's sake.
Excellent. Holy shit.
For all of us, or just him?
Just him at the moment down there. We'll have one round between them before anyone really notices, because this is when Aaron Spire is like dragging it up.
I'll just roll then, but
yeah,
I'll
if you can.
on the first round. Oh, sorry, I forgot again. Oh.
You can edit it anyway, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you notice it's definitely going to attack our Leyden, and it lashes out at you. You're like real close to it. Lashes out and goes for a bite. And as it bites straight into your thigh, begins throwing you around, and it deals 5 damage to you.
Shit, that's me.
Okay, and you fall down to the ground as the artery in your leg is severed. This is like Dark Souls dungeon. Seriously.
What's an ungrateful host?
By a giant rat.
Okay, so after that, our Leyden's go, but no, the round's over. Dolaf, you notice that your your companion is sprawled out against the side. The rat's actually bit him, knocked him unconscious actually bit one of the arteries in his thighs. He's blood everywhere. But then just goes back to gnawing the bone as if it's uninterested. It was more defending itself. The coin against his head has irritated it slightly.
And offended it, obviously.
And I'll jump down.
You can easily fly down.
Yeah, but he's bleeding out on the floor. I'm going down there.
Oh, really? And then it's gone.
Yeah.
Can you make a I'll go with acrobatics check because one away, I'm afraid. You slam against the ground. Twist your ankle for 1 damage. And land right next to the rat, who looks up and goes.
Well, I'm absolutely shit at this, but seeing as I've got my glaive in hand, hey, not bad.
Okay, you manage to reach out, stab straight into it, push it up against the wall, and you've definitely got his fucking attention now. The giant rat lashes out at you, attempts to bite. You managed to, despite being in the cramped quarters, you managed to dart to the side and push it against the wall, nearly stepping on our Leyden as you do. We'll go with Pete first, and then we'll switch around if it goes on to a second round. Pete, what would you like to do? You can hear. Well, you saw Aaron Spire just drop into the darkness of the hole.
So where's the hole exactly where the rat is?
And
rat's
also,
open.
more importantly, how big is it?
What, the hole?
Yeah.
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 It's 10 foot deep and 5 foot wide.
Yeah. Okay.
5 foot, 5 foot. So it's like that hole there then.
Yep.
5 foot, 5 foot.
Yep, indeed.
Okay. I guess I can't see the rat. It's just in the dark, isn't it?
You've got a torch, don't you? I said you might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
So
see.
it's my free item interaction because I just throw the torch down so it illuminates the area.
Yeah, it lands.
Okay.
It lands right
Wow.
next to Arladen, and you can see the scuffs of his robe begin to set on fire.
Nice. Can I see a decent angle at the rat?
Pete, just close the lid. We're done here.
What did you say? Sorry.
Have I got an angle at a rat? Can I see it at all? Or
Yeah, you can definitely see it. Yeah.
could I throw a javelin from here? And
Yeah,
still
definitely.
be
Yeah.
spot on. Sound. Fuck you, rat! As I miss and whiff.
Yeah, you go. Luckily, you missed both of your allies, despite the cram quarters. Like, huh! And it goes ping into the ground. Would you like to do anything else with your action?
No, I'm done.
Okay, Mun.
Yeah. Going to stand on the another corner of this pit, look down, shout at Dulat and say, "What the fuck did you jump down for? What are you gonna do down there?" And
Keep this man from dying.
I thought that would be me jumping down for that, but if you want to do it, that's fine. And then I will cast Toll the Dead at the rat. And so I guess and I don't think that should be dexterity save. I think that's probably wrong. Let me go and have a look.
Okay, quickly take a look. Sure.
Yeah,
And
just
you can-
find it.
Explain to me what you do.
Yes, so let me just look up
Shit,
what
I mean, do
yeah, so it's verbal and somatic. So I guess I am waving my hammer around, and rather than it being the sound of a bell, it's just me holding my shield up and hitting the metal of the shield at a certain angle, so that the sound waves hit the creature I'm targeting with this.
Yeah, kind of like Vikings would do when they bang their shield in intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah, except in this case it sounds like a death bell, like when the church rings
Yeah.
the death bell for
Gong.
the thing. Yeah. It should be a wisdom saving throw indeed.
Okay.
So I'll change it on my sheet now.
It looks like you've got the mechanics for the other spell rather than Toll the Dead, because it's got self 5 foot radius as well.
Yeah, I'll probably just drag that in and then change some things, but not everything.
Yeah.
It fails its wisdom save, so it takes the damage you have put there, I'm assuming.
It takes both in this case. Well, it would take the right one, I think, because it should take 1d12. So I made it roll both, so you can just pick whichever one. So in this case, it's actually unlucky, but whatever.
Either
should take
either one would have ended the thing's life. And as you do it, it looks up, hisses, and curls up. You know, like a spider would curl up when it dies. Its
Yeah.
entire body cracks and creaks as it does that itself, and then it goes and gives that one last breath. Okay, combat over.
Take the potion out of Eldin's bag
Yep.
and force feed it to him.
Okie dokie. So, can you roll the 2d4 plus 2?
4.
Ah!
Nice. So,
For God's
Elidin,
sake.
Eladin, as you wake up with a foul taste in your mouth, you look down to your leg to see it covered in blood. Your right leg, your thigh's just absolutely drenched in blood. You take a deep breath, and you're lightheaded, but you look to your left. You're still in the pit. The rat is dead, and Erin Spire has been with you.
I will get up as if I don't even notice him. As I'm looking around, I'll hand him the purse of coins, and I will say, "Here's your tip."
So you got 22 silver pieces, Erin Spire.
Be more careful with yourself.
Well, how was I to know I'd be ambushed at a dinner party?
Do you have a rope up there?
I'll start throwing down a bit of rope, and I'm like, please grab my spear. Not the javelin, same thing.
No, I'll tie the rope around my my forearm,
Mhm.
around the chainmail, so that doesn't chafe my arm, and then just stand back over the edge so that.
Stand back a moment as a glaive comes flying out the hole.
Yeah, you're like, wait, boof, boof, clatters onto the debris. And you guys climb up. Aladdin makes it up, but has a little bit of a scrabble because he was hurt. But you all managed to make it to the top just fine.
Well, not the best
Right,
of starts.
so which one of you is good at recognizing where these things are going to be?
Rats? Oh, you mean traps.
Holes, yeah.
Well,
Not much fancy going down holes.
clearly not Ollie.
Not much in my specialization.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't know it was there in the first place.
Exactly.
Aladdin seemed to be quite adapted at finding them.
Right, well, go on finding them then, I would say, and I'll just let him go first. Like, yeah, that's totally fine.
After
Yeah.
you.
I'll pick up my glaive, put it all back on my
If
back.
if that must be the greatness that is thrust upon me,
Okay,
I'll
so
take a dainty little leap.
you guys can all walk into here now and place yourself. So the circular area here is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins and 1 skeleton that's sprawled out on the floor, apparently in pieces. They've all been apparently slain in combat, and 1 corpse stands with its back against the western wall. Yeah. And it's being held up, right, by how it's skewered against the wall by a spear. 3 wooden doors lead away from this area. It's a hollow tower of loose masonry that reaches 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors that once stood there are all but gone, except for a couple of crumbled ledges. We have a door here, and a door here, sorry. I'm assuming you can see them all well anyway.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can't see the top one.
Oh, there's one meant to be here.
No, I can see that. I can't see the one that you said.
There
was
wasn't,
Yeah, there
wasn't
wasn't
the
one there,
that
that was me
that
just-
was a mistake.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
right,
misclicking.
Yeah, okay, that's fine then. Yes, I see both of those.
So what are you all doing?
Right. Well, first things first. This is not right. That's slaying people in combat is fine, but who would do such a thing? Just leave it there. To all. I suggest we take these goblins, throw them down in the pit. At least that would be somewhat of a grave for them.
Do as you will.
Do
Yeah,
as you
and-
wish.
I started like dragging the goblins and just dumping them into the pit
Oh, nice. Okay, so you've been...
before seeing if they have anything useful.
Okay, so, one moment, because there are rules in the book for if you search the goblins. There's 4 goblins, yes?
Yes, seems to be that way.
You managed to find 15 silver pieces on their body.
Very well.
Just coins stashed away in the pockets and tucked beneath the nether regions, basically.
Well. Guess
You
I
didn't
won't
check, you shaked them. Shaked them loose.
Right, okay, that's alright then. And any weapons?
Yes, you find there's a spear against the wall over here, and 2 scimitars.
Do they look okay?
The scimitars are rather notched, as goblin weapons usually are, but the spear seems to be in fine condition.
Right, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a small pile of like their equipment in the other room.
Okay.
'Cause they did ask us to bring weapons that we found back.
Yeah.
I just don't want to carry them around, so I'm just gonna drop them into a pile and then on the way back we'll take them with us.
I'll tell you what, man, we will make a note of it on the map so we don't forget. How about that?
That sounds excellent.
Draw sword.
Pile of sword, pile of weapons.
Yeah, just like over here or something, where I'm going now. I guess I'll do this for like if it ever comes up in the future, just so that we don't forget. I'm just gonna dump them like 1 room back, or in a place where it makes sense.
Yep.
If there's such a place.
Left or right?
And then just dump the goblins into the pit.
Okie dokie, so you begin moving all the goblins into the pit. Strangely enough, like I mentioned, there was a skeleton of a humanoid skeleton on the floor, rather tall, could be bugbearish to you, roughly here. Sprawled out, older corpse, long gone to decay. Bits of meat still on it, but you know you can still see the sallow colour of the ribs protruding from the back. As you are all kind of looking around and looking, can I have a perception check from everyone?
You can. Oh, I might actually see something this time.
My eyes burn clearly.
Aladen?
Yes, just coming. Sorry, guys.
It's your crap top.
Fucking pigeon internet.
It's the crap top.
Oh, holy
Fuck.
Alright, the crap top succeeds. As you're all peering around, you all managed to find... actually, I'm going to say, just because you've got high rolls, I'm going to say that Arnie manages to find one of the masonry bricks is loose. Up here. And you find that there's a rune on the front of it, and that's how you first noticed it. And as you move the masonry brick carefully, you try to listen for the sound of any traps. There are none. And as you pull it away, stashed behind the brick is a small purse. Just placed there. Someone's hidden it, obviously, away from prying eyes.
Alright, and I'll be like, what the? I mean, that's. I'll pick up the purse.
It chinks as
carefully.
you move it towards you. Sounds like there's a fair amount of coins in there.
Hey, that's great, but who the fuck makes an alcove just to put a purse in? That's-
Strange place to store coins. Why?
I disagree. It's quite common practice, actually.
Is it? And I just like check, and I have like my purse on my belt. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you want it not with you?
Well, some of them did, didn't they? They had
When
them
you
in
have a
their
copious
handy.
amount of gold, you keep it in your keep, and you tend to keep it in safe places.
And as
What does that say?
Mern, as you open the bag to check it, it's of a very old currency. It's definitely Electrum, but it's stamped.
Ah,
But it's stamped with
Fuck off!
with an old, very old king's head on one side and a symbol on the other. You feel that this might have been here when the citadel sunk.
Mhm.
But weirdly enough, it's made out of silver in the centre, but dark steel around the edges. It's 18 Electrum pieces, though.
okay.
You feel that to the right person, it might go for more because they're old coins.
Yeah.
However, we'll get to Arladen as he's doing his usual, just prancing around, checking everything out. Here, right here, he goes, just turns to you, and Arladen, there is a secret door there. You can see the edges perfectly. You don't know why everyone else can't.
Oh, the cave has said that there is a way through.
What?
What?
Did you not hear it? It was quite polite.
What?
What?
Allow me to demonstrate. I will try and open the door.
Okie dokie. So as you reach forward, you realise it's easy to see with a natural 20. There's a masonry block slightly loose. That is so obviously the switch to opening the door. You've seen it 100 times before.
Stop touching everything.
Right here.
He points towards a loose masonry brick, like the one that you found, Mern, except this one doesn't come out. It looks like it pushes in.
I told you, he's one to find traps for us. Doing a particularly good job at the moment.
He actually is.
Well, do continue, Arladen.
No, if we keep finding bricks like this, we'll be able to buy ponies for everyone. And I'll press it.
Oh my god, I can't believe it! You did so well until here. Can you make a dexterity check, please? A dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, hang
I
on.
told you, got it finding traps.
You say dexterity, yeah?
Yep, dexterity saving throw.
I think I've actually found
Oh.
my accent now. It's a bit more consistent now.
Wow, okay, so yeah,
Fucking
he is
nailed
good
the
at finding
dex check
traps.
as well. Holy shit.
Arladen, as you go to push the brick in, you all hear a familiar clonk, like mechanics activating. The door begins to slide ever so slightly, and as it does, a needle shoots out, and he goes whoof, and just forms his body into a C shape as it goes right under between his robes and hits the far wall. Ting!
Whistles past Pete and Mourn.
Yep. And as he turns round to say, "What do you say, Arladen?" As you turn round.
I wouldn't advise that one.
As you do, and you look into the room behind him, all of you can see, but Arladen's turned his back to talk to you. 3 shambling skeletons with short swords begin moving towards him. Can everyone roll initiative?
Remember to click your tokens.
I might
Why?
this time.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, fuck it. And I'll just,
Fuck me.
Draw
Oh,
the
that's
hammer.
3 ones for initiative in a row now.
Behind you. Something else on the door.
Okay.
There's something behind me.
Don't
I'm
look.
judging by the initiative. Pete starts looking behind him over at this wall here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
what did you mention?
No, but as Pete
What
turns
you
around to look, however, he notices the bugbear skeleton on the floor begins to part itself together through some sort of red magic and stand up.
He's reanimating. Animating. Reanimating.
Stomp on it before it forms. Quick.
Stomp on it.
Okay, fun enough, our lady goes first. What are you doing?
I am going to. If I can even ever fucking get there. Here we go. I will grind them down.
Alright. Oh, nicely done. Thunderwave has a range of how much?
It's, you can use it in 2 ways. It's a cube, 15 feet, which
Yep.
you can either extend forwards from you, or you can center it around yourself.
I'll hit the 3 skeletons if I can.
You will have to move into the room because there's a wall here that hasn't opened.
Oh, can I do that, or
Yeah.
would you be?
You can
Yeah.
move there, like there, activate it, and hit all 3.
Yep.
So they need to make checks, I'm assuming.
Consoles.
On saves, I'll check their con. One moment. Oh,
Fucking nailed it.
Unlucky.
so how much damage did that do? That did 13 halved, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's still pretty damn good. And you've blown parts of their arms off. You can see that they would be unable to use the bows on their back now, as you've blown all the parts of their limbs off. And the one of them has lost his jaw. And you can see now, as you're close, Arladen, that they have glowing red eyes. There's some sort of magic that has reanimated them in this citadel. Are you going to do anything else, as in move away from the entrance?
I'll merely turn to them and say, "Leave these skeletons to me. I will crush them down."
Are you going to stay right where you are?
Yeah. At some point, Liam, you've got to read my character sheet. Honestly.
I will do. I will do. We'll do it when the session ends, just for laughs. Okay, so Dolaf, you've noticed that this massive whoop-oof and Arladen actually done something useful and hurt a lot of the skeletons that are down pouring out of the secret entrance.
Right, then I'm gonna shoot this bugbear one over here.
Yeah. The bugbear one looks a little tougher than the rest. He's got some meat on his bones.
Fuck a diddle do.
It goes sinks into the flesh, but you feel like it's had no effect on it as it shambles forward. Would you like to do anything else?
Yep.
Run the fuck away.
Okay,
Fucking elves.
Get
Arladen.
behind the
Actually-
trap.
PCs take priority. Mern.
Right. Well, there's nothing for it but to go and bash this thing over the head.
I like it.
So I do exactly that. I walk up to it and bash it over the
Smack
head.
it, yeah. Ah, yes. 14 is a hit. Holy crap, Doodle. You go whoop wham! And basically just baseball bat its head off. That's a lot of damage. And the thing crumples to the ground, and the red light in its eye just dies out as it slumps in on itself. Well played.
And then with my movement, I'm just going to basically just stomp all over it like 12 times.
Yeah,
Crush
yeah,
all the ribs and
definitely.
stuff.
Yeah, it's gone. Okay, the skeleton in front of Todd reaches back with its short sword and goes out to stab him. Well, that doesn't happen. As it strikes forward, goes for the stab, and you manage to form another C the other side, dodging out the way. The skeleton, the other skeleton to its left, barges in and goes for an attack against you, Todd. Christ. What, you sorcerer tank?
Is there enough room for that?
Yeah, it can, I think it can move into the square attack and move back out, can't it?
You can't stop it in a friendly square. You can move through it without problem, but you can't stop in it. That's why I can't see in the room, so I don't know if it can just attack from where it is.
Yeah, it's at a diagonal.
Yeah, so if there's no wall in between, it should be able to just do that.
Yeah, so Todd, you take 3 piercing damage. It manages to scrape across your pectoral muscles.
Slayer.
Cut you in the tits. How rude.
Cut you in the tip.
Pete.
Can I go here and then still attack with my halberd with range, or can I not go through a friendly?
You can go for a friendly, so you
Oh,
can like
fucking-
reach round and stab or stab over him.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're so
you can
fucked.
give Aliaden a reach around.
Yep,
Yes,
definitely.
exactly. What I'm gonna
I told you to leave them to me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's definitely a hit. 5 slashing. Yeah, you managed to take its.
do. Oh, no, it's not, because that's a 2 on a damage roll, and my great weapon fighter means if I roll a 1 or a 2 on a damage die attack
Oh,
for
well.
a roll for a melee weapon, I can re-roll the fucker.
Go ahead, sir.
That's a bit more like it.
Yes, it was the thunder wave had originally damaged it quite a bit. You've managed to knock it back, and it falls onto its back and just bursts into bones.
Yeah.
I believe it's our Laiden's
Shit gonna
turn.
die. Shit gonna die.
I'm guessing a poison spray will have no effect.
You don't know.
I do not know, but I am going to go with Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Lovely
Right.
flick on the accent there. Holy, a critical! Oh my god! How well are you doing tonight? Yeah, you managed to shoot. It's basically like Sub-Zero, just poof, burst of ice, and it strikes the one to your left, knocks it down to the ground. The light in its eyes flickers and dies out.
Who's next?
Right, are you moving, or is that it?
Yeah, I'm going to move into the other skeleton.
Pardon me.
Okay, so Dolaf, it's your go.
Okay, step into the room. Now I have line of sight.
You do have
Can
line
I
of sight.
shoot past? I'll give it a go. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Looks good.
Yes, 7. 7, he strikes it clean in the chest. Although, as it is in the sternum, the arrow shatters. You see its own quiver that was on its back fall away as you've broken the old lever. But it's still going. Any movement from you? Or is that it?
No, I'll just stay there.
Man.
I'm safer now. The other thing's dead.
It's just like a
Yeah.
back. Hold on, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep, that's cool.
and swing again. Try and play some more golf.
Yes, it's a hole in one. And as you swing into it, bash straight through it, it collapses against the far wall, slides to the ground, and we have end of combat.
Well, didn't they kill the vibe?
What?
I reckon this is just going to be like half the responses that a lady gets. Just like, what?
Yeah, naturally.
Okay, so this little secret pocket is damp and cold, and the archers that once, because there's an arrow slit on the far wall. It looks like they once fired out of it, and they've been trapped in here and died. And is anyone looking around in there, or is it just it?
No.
It's definitely a case of, okay, from now on, every fucking body we find goes down the fucking hole. I'm not interested in dealing with these bloody skeletons again.
Okay. Our Laden is limping slightly, holding his side as he walks around, bleeding from the wound in his chest. But you notice that each of these skeletons had like a quiver of arrows.
They could come in handy. Let's have a look at those.
Okay, make a quick investigation check
I'm just like, right, I'll just hold here then when I'll just about dragging them off.
Okay, so in each of the quiver, the bugbear skeleton didn't have a quiver, but the other three, you noticed that each of them had a specially crafted arrow in their quiver, and of course they're mindless enough not to bother using it. They've got 10 arrows each, but an extra arrow in a pocket outside the quiver stored, and that arrow is kind of serrated at the edges and has a fine runic woodwork that has preserved it over the years. And you quickly notice that they're +1 arrows.
Nice.
So there's 3 +1 arrows in the quivers. You can take the rest of the arrows if you wish, but
No, I've got enough, I think. Maybe I'll take 10.
Just
10 of
any-
the better ones.
Anyone have any of those nice tasting drinks? You know, the ones that make you feel warm and aroused all at the same time.
And I'll like pull out a flask with some ale.
Score.
Why, of course I do.
Thank you. You're as kind and polite as the cave itself.
What?
What?
Gave appeared not to be too
Just
polite.
like, start putting the skeletons to the hole.
Okay. It doesn't take long to pick up all the bones and just chuck them down the hole. And you're building quite a grave pit here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
It also makes it
Should
easier
we-
if anyone falls in again to get out. It's fine.
Should we take a moment to collect ourselves? Looks like you're pretty hurt there.
That would be wonderful. I don't feel I can pull any more bricks out of walls without straining myself.
Right, well you sit and I'll do the carrying. And I'll just carry on doing that as they're
Mhm.
taking a break.
It
So you
seems
taking a
like
short
good
rest?
place.
Yeah, I think that's a short rest, isn't it? Just before we take that short rest, a second wind.
Yeah, I think I'll second wind as well.
Nice.
Are you both fighters?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
Uh-huh.
We got a ranged and a melee.
Yeah, that's
Can
cool.
I-
That's-
If we're
that's
short
definitely-
resting, can I hit dice?
Yes, you may use your hit dice to restore some health. No, that is what
Alright.
you needed.
Nice.
So on your character sheet, make a note that you've used your hit dice to heal
Mhm.
after short rest. And can eeny meeny. I'm going to roll a d4. Roll that represents who I will make roll 1d4. So 3. Pete.
If it's something like perception, maybe it should be me since I'm not resting.
This is just the way I do certain Roman encounters. Pete, can you roll a d12, please?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Pete?
I'm on
No,
it.
we're good. As you take a 30-minute rest to recuperate from that combat, you do hear the distant calls of creatures, but nothing comes your way, and you feel definitely safe where you are. And as the rest comes to an end, you encounter nothing.
I feel much better now.
Hmm.
Shall we continue?
Our Layden's looking a lot more rested than he was before, with all the wounds that he managed, all the traps he's dodged, all the energy he's expended.
You seem to get hurt quite badly, but then you bounce back pretty quickly, don't you?
You seem to come back from almost certain death after a quick breather. Very strange.
Yes, I once had a toy that you could push. It would never fall down.
I know what that one. Oh, okay. that's-
Yes. Of course, yes. These
Okay.
are good toys.
Okay, so in this hollowed out tower, we have 2 doors presently available. We have the one to the north and the one to the south.
Left or right?
Right. Can I notice anything about them doors? Is there anything that looks different about them? I want to do stone cutting basically to
Yeah,
investigate them.
you can definitely make the. Don't you get advantage against like masonry and stuff?
It's not advantage, it's history. I could get to add history on my investigation. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, of course.
And then double proficiency modifier.
Take a roll then. Oh, nicely done. You are the most. Okay, so this left door here, right? Seeing as you're
Right.
natural 20, it is dated 852 years ago exactly. You know exactly. It looks like the ancient mason known as Radik. Radik. It's a famous dwarven mason from a long time ago that has done a lot of works in the past, and you've come across several of his famous stoneworks, his pillars. They tend to be rather flowery for dwarvens like, so he was very popular among elves and humans alike. But the door dates back that long ago, meaning that it hasn't been changed compared to the other one, which means no one travels this way. No one travels this way whatsoever. The other door is relatively new and made out of planks and nails hammered together.
Right, well, this has been here for a very long time and no one goes there. There might be a reason for that, but it might also be more interesting to go there. I'll leave it up to you, lads.
Can you tell if someone's passed this way recently?
Not sure about that, but I can tell that this door hasn't been open for a long time.
Well, I'd suggest the other door then, as we're looking for the lord that escapes my name.
Sir Bradford.
Lord Brayford. Sir Brayford.
Yes,
Brayford.
there is that too.
Okay, so the plan here?
Yeah, to go through the north door.
Ah, the
Yes.
north door.
Let's go.
Okie dokie,
Let's
so
go.
I will go to hiding lane. As you open this door made of makeshift planks and nails and old bits of wood, you see a wide corridor ahead of you, reaching out to a far door that seems to be crafted a long time ago, very similar to the other one, but more used, right at the end. Although, as you approach the door, as a group, you can hear the slight crying of someone. It echoes down the corridor.
There.
As you say that and it echoes down, the crying stops, and you hear, hello? And it's kind of in a broken common, but then it says in Draconic, so Lord Ehrenspire, you can definitely hear it. You hear, who's there? Tell me!
I'm Dolaf Ehrenspire. Who are you?
I'm the dragon keeper that has no dragon. It's coming from the far
What?
door, as if, and you see the door open ever so slightly, and you see a little pair of gleaming amber eyes staring down the corridor at you, and he goes, "I'm Meepo. Who are you?"
Ah, that explains things.
At this point, like, of course I can't understand a fucking thing what's going on, so weapons drawn.
Yeah. Meepo, make nice.
Hardly this is Meepo.
Meepo, make nice. No need for weapons.
Come
that
out.
Is that
You'll
in
be
common or is that
safe.
still in Draconic?
Yeah, no, sorry,
It's
that was
in
like
common.
a turn of the head to you, like,
Yeah, I got that much, but I was wondering if Meepo switched to common or not.
He
Oh,
yeah, he
right,
switched
right,
to common, and he begins moving forward ever so slightly, and he goes, "Make nice, make nice."
what is it? What does it look like?
Okay, I have a handout. Yay!
Handouts, yeah.
I know, right?
Why is it not showing?
Ah, yes, the famous plot handout. I assume he doesn't have something to whip us with.
No, he's
into his
left.
bondage.
Yes, he's left that back in the other at the other door, and he goes, Meepo, just talk."
Right, then talk. Who are you?
Well, I'm the keeper of dragons, Meepo.
Where are the dragons?
Dragon got stolen, pilfered by stupid goblins.
Man,
Have
can
you tried
dragons be
looking?
stolen?
Stolen. My leader, her name, oh, she's so beautiful. Yastrel knows all. Yustril will show you. Yustril make nice. You make nice with Yustril, and Meepo make nice with you. We all make nice. You help Meepo.
Right.
What?
And if we don't make nice, then what?
I don't know. I just look after dragon.
Have you tried looking
Like,
for
under
it
my
behind
breath, like,
wood?
really?
You can make an insight check if you want.
Yes. Very much so.
I think I'm gonna auto fail and just assume that he's completely lying.
Okay. Holy shit, Lord Aaron Spire gets down.
I am used to these courtly lies.
You get to the down low. Meepo is frightened. Definitely sad. He's definitely like heartsick at the loss of his dragon, you can tell. And he's telling the truth. Like, he genuinely is like this meek kobold that just, you can tell that if you were to descend upon him now and murder him Caesar style, he would have no chance. He is weak, feeble, and telling the truth.
He's no threat to us, man.
Right, if you say so, and I'll just like take a defensive stance.
Please, we need help.
Who is
Wretched
this other person you speak of?
Yustril.
Yes.
She's, and he turns to the left and he goes, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful to me. She's our leader, our shaman.
How many of there are you?
He makes an insight check against you. You plan to murder us.
I have no intentions of murdering them. I just want to make sure we're not walking into like a horde of them. And this, cheers, darling. Yeah, I just want to make sure that it's not just him that's the meek one. Like he's meek, and then we go there, and there's like 50 of them that are all murderous intent.
No, as long as you're with Meepo, we make nice.
Good.
Right, just one question then. How the hell did you think you'd be able to take care of a dragon?
That is a good point.
Calcrix was always nasty to me, but I give him a good whipping.
And he didn't eat you?
No, he was in a cage.
How big?
We feed him rats. It's funny when he eats them.
And I think at this point, like, probably just Myrn feels a little bit offended about the fact that someone's been feeding rats to, even if it's an evil dragon, like, no matter what the dragon is, it's still a bit disrespectful to feed fucking rats. And it's like,
Can you describe this dragon to us?
Oh, he's white and cold. And he's got glowing red eyes. Doesn't always glow.
Nalbina.
how much knowledge about dragons is common knowledge?
Common
in your
knowledge
world?
is basically the colours, what are evil, and stuff like that. Seen as Dragonborn are commonplace, the further east you go, you do know basically that black Dragonborn, stay away from them. Gold Dragonborn tend to be nice, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Okay.
you all kind of know that basic knowledge.
How old is this dragon? How long has it been here?
We found the egg about 4 years ago.
Right. And I look at the others and say, even after 4 years, that's not gonna be an easy task to deal with. We have to fight a fucking dragon.
It's barely a dragon, just a wormling.
Right. Still a dragon wormling though.
Let's down the weed lord.
Right, on we go then.
Yeah. The dragon's long gone, we have no issues.
Meepo turns to you all and goes, whoa, I have to take you. I got the password, and if you don't say it, then Yastra will order you to be dead. I can't have you dead. You're gonna help, Meepo. Meepo, make nice if you help. I give you my treasure.
Well, we more want information.
Okay. information is good.
I assume you live here. You can tell us of this place.
I live in the room there. And he points towards the side room that he came out of. And he goes, but my job is to guard the dragon. I don't get to see many others.
And what of your companion?
The dragon? Or Yustriel?
Yastriel.
She's so beautiful. Yustriel, yeah, she's in charge. She's smart. She makes smarts.
Right, and these dead guys over here, do you wanna, like, give us some info on that, maybe?
Oh, the goblins?
Amongst other things.
Dead goblins! The only good goblin is a dead one!
And why is that?
Because they're horrible. We came in here because we were running from adventurers to the north that were hunting our tribe. And then we got here, but the goblins were here too. But the goblins are fucking horrible. And we thought we'd do the good thing and take them out.
This is just like, I'm not sure this creature understands how that works.
We're at war! War, I tell you!
Right, yeah, looks like it. Alright then, Meepo, show us the way.
Yes.
So what are you doing, sorry?
Yeah, just, he can show us the way.
Okay,
Alright.
so as
just
he
want to
leaves...
keep an eye out for where he steps.
Yeah.
And what doors he touches and what things he doesn't touch.
Yeah. As he walks towards the far door, there doesn't seem to be anything special. But as he gets to this door here, he's very wary of it, and he goes, hops round it as if like he doesn't want to go near it. He goes, careful of that door.
Why?
There's a barrel of nasties.
Right, let's leave that door shut then.
Okay. He goes, yeah. It once was our drinking fountain, but then it got haunted.
Definitely leave that door closed then, yeah. And I'll just check my water skins. Like, yep, that's enough.
And as Meepo opens the door into a kind of a damp, cold room, that's where we end the session.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd say cliffhanger, but
Yeah. Kind of.
sound.